Sports Hub headlines.
The Red Sox won their second straight game on Tuesday night, and they beat the Diamondbacks 9-4 at Fenway Park. Ranger Suarez, he got his first win since late June. Adley Rutschman went 3 for 4 with a home run for Boston. And Mickey Gasper also chiming in 2 for 2, 2 RBIs, and a home run for the Red Sox. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, big win in Milwaukee for the Brewers. 22-0 over the Mariners last night. It's Major League Baseball's largest shutout of the modern era. M's catcher Cal Raleigh in the game, 0 for 1, couple walks. Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs last season. This year he has 13. Also, Roman Anthony up in Portland last night, homered for the Sea Dogs. His return could be imminent. We'll keep you posted. Patriots, they host the Philadelphia Eagles for joint practices this morning at Gillette Stadium. That will lead up to their preseason game in Foxborough on Saturday night. And the NFL's top 100 players list, as voted on by the players, continues to get unveiled. Patrick Mahomes coming in at number 18. Drake May has yet to appear on the list, which would indicate NFL players view May as better than Mahomes, for whatever that's worth. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer. I'm Mark Dundero for Boston's Home for Sports 98.5 The Sports Hub. Next update about 30 minutes.
Diving effort.
But he's got a breakaway.
To the backhand.
Throws it in front. Coming to the spot.
The Sports Hub.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher
Yes, I finally shaved my nuts.
and Hardy
Who, me?
Just hanging around.
on 98.5.
Tinkerman, heard about you.
Yeah,
We're Costco guys. Of course we go shopping while eating a chicken bake.
that's gross.
Not a great cook, but I do cook.
When I asked him about the sides,
Kick them in the balls.
I don't care about it, but it's not good behavior.
Blaze Bailey is omitted.
Toucher and Hardy
We're the best friends that can be, my buddy and me.
on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, man. I gotta let you go.
good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's the Toucher and Hardy program. No
Yeah.
Fred. Sorry, buddy. No Hardy. No Wallach.
Okay.
So, who do you get? I'm Joe Murray. Good morning, everybody. And to the left of me, my post-game partner on the Patriots Radio Network, 5'10",
A little under that.
5'10", 175.
No, like 162. Yeah.
You know, no, it's Mark Dundero, everybody.
Don't underestimate me because I'm not as big.
That's true. But no, you're ever, you played sports, dude. They'd always hype you up a little bit more, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. For my high school football roster, I was like 5'10", 175.
You played at Zavarian?
Yeah.
Wow. What position were you at?
Cornerback, wide
Wow.
receiver. I didn't really play much.
No, but what people don't understand about Zavarian is that they have what? How many strings do they have for their varsity team?
I mean, there's a lot of depth at that program.
No, like for real though. I was like fifth string corner.
Yeah.
But like the fifth string corner could probably play at any other high school.
Oh, yeah. If I went to
probably-
a public school, I would have played.
Yeah,
I would have
you
been
would
like a quarterback.
Yeah. I hear you on that one. So, yeah, you always got bulked up when, me. I was a legit 286 as a freshman in high school.
Wow.
Like 286, and then I kind of trimmed down after a year of playing 3 sports, and then bulked up big time. But it always went to like right around 300. It was always like is he 299, 280? But I always liked how they would sometimes say I was 6'4". I was never 6'4", but it looked really good on
What are you,
paper.
6'3"?
6'3",
Yeah.
when I really stand up straight.
Yeah.
You know, But yeah, I used to always get the 6'4", 299. Now it's probably a center. I mean, I was with David Andrews the other day. Man, he
Who's
lost
bigger?
So I think I'm bigger than him. I think I'm
And taller.
I might, yeah. You can tell he's got. I would say lower body explosion.
Okay, yeah.
Save that one if you need to. Yeah, he's got a lot of lower torque.
I would hope
I
so.
would say he's more of a bottom heavy. He's more of a bottom than a top.
Okay.
Big boy though. A lot of these guys lose weight. Matt Light was a monster at one point. Now he's still a big dude, but a lot of the linemen lose weight when they get older. It's probably hard to keep them on or keep it on.
Yeah, they're not lifting. They're not working out to that level. They probably don't have the supplements that they use.
That's true. Or the workout programs, or the What did you ever have to lose weight before, like to get down to it? You never had to do that.
Lose weight? No, I was always trying to gain weight. Still trying to gain weight.
I one time wore a black hefty trash bag around me.
Yeah,
just to sweat it out because you had to make weight every once in a while.
Okay.
Those were weird days, and it brings up what happened this morning. And anyways, we're here for the guys today, and we're probably going to do a lot of sports talk, something that the show doesn't always do. We'll have some fun as well. Andrew Callahan's going to be here later. He's got his 2 stats, 1 lie. I'm still trying to get the song for 2 stats and 1 lie, too legit to quit, but we haven't been able to work on that yet. So I'd like that to be put into the show mix. But Mark, we're almost the same age. I think we're like 2 years apart of high school years.
Same generation.
I'm going to be on with Sean Silver later today. We're doing a podcast. He does a music podcast.
Does he?
And he's around our age as well. And we're going to be featuring a CD today. And the CD is that's what I call music now. Do you remember these CDs?
I do. Weren't there like 1 million of them?
This is the one that was called Now Volume 1.
So the first one?
Yep.
Okay, so I don't remember what year that came out.
I'll get that for you. So this brings up a couple of things. When you drive in here in the morning, what is essentially what's your routine? Do you listen to the radio? Do you have music? Or do you do... I'm a silence guy.
Silence? You like to think.
I get in the car.
Yeah.
Usually whatever I was listening to last night's on.
Yep.
So I got Ben Mahler talking about football in Europe.
Yeah.
And I went, nope.
Yeah.
No, I love Ben.
Is he a local guy?
He's not.
No.
California, he spent time here. He worked at the other station before. Did you work with him?
No.
You didn't? Okay. Yeah, I think when they were like trying to find a night guy at one point, he was their night guy.
Oh.
But he's been here a bunch. By the way, another guy that was I think he's gone down the weight on the scale, maybe 200 pounds.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, big boy. And now he's your size.
Wow,
I don't know. Yeah, that's how I remember him, as being Big Ben Mahler. Anyways,
Big Ben.
So I listened to and then I go, well, I'm doing this podcast later with Sean, so why don't I pop on the Now CD? And I was impressed and rather not impressed at the same time. So I wanted to go over some of these songs with you.
Please. I listen to music.
Yeah, you're a music guy. You told me you have certain CDs in your car.
A lot of times, if I have to listen to, I mean, I like listening to the shows here, obviously. But, ooh,
that was loud.
Don't do that to me.
that was loud.
But anytime I can listen to music, I put on music. I have my own collection here. I'll put that on. I have satellite radio, which is, I think, one of the social media trends recently was what's money well spent.
Oh yeah,
and satellite radio. I don't spend a lot. We get the discount or whatever it is. You find ways to get the discount. It is awesome. I uncover songs that I forget about or forgot about. I love satellite radio and flipping through those channels.
October 27th, 1998.
98? It was. Oh man, I didn't know it went back that far.
Yep. And so I went, all right, let's breeze through it. And the leadoff song is "Together Again" by Janet Jackson.
Now, I don't
There were times when I looked above and beyond.
Oh, good one. Good one. Yeah.
Number 2 is Backstreet Boys, As Long As You Love Me.
Big Backstreet Boys fan. Not so much of that song.
The Way by Fastball.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's a great track.
And then Flagpole Sitta. You remember that song?
It's a little, yes, I do.
Paranoia. So we're in 1998.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Flagpole Sitta came out a little bit before 98, but I don't,
Spice Girls Say You'll Be There.
Nah, I don't remember that one.
I'm giving you everything, all the joy. Okay. All My Life, Casey and JoJo. That might be like, is it the best song of the group so far? Like,
I don't know. I might have lip synced that song once in 8th grade. I forget.
I know my friends who got married had that as their wedding song. This song, I never heard it. It absolutely sucked. It was called Never, Never, Ever by All Saints.
No.
Nothing. Don't know how that made that on there. Don't recall that. Tonics, If You Could Only See.
That's a great one.
When I popped it on, it was the jam of the morning.
That's a huge one. How long did you ride?
40. It was about 40 something minutes.
So you had a bunch. Okay.
Yeah, I got to, and then there's another one, Bop, which.
So that's an interesting song. Okay, if you actually really listen to it, there's some deep ass meaning there. Now all you hear is the catchy like bop bop ba bop, but it's actually, if you listen to the lyrics, it's profound. And I wasn't expecting. I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah,
it's actually deeper than you think.
Hanson was a studio sensation.
Yeah. He had another one that appeared on TRL a few years later, but
they always kind of reminded me of the Hanson brothers, and I don't know, not the Hanson. No, from the
wasn't there 3 of them?
Yeah, so I always felt like it was the same gimmick. They were just going boy band or young boy band.
Didn't they have long hair? Didn't they all have long hair?
They just played at Bally's because I read the read for it recently.
Hanson the band?
Yes.
Were they still around?
Couldn't believe it. Do you remember Hanson, Brian?
Yeah, they're supposed to be at Cohasset Melody Tent, I think, soon.
Once you start doing the melody tents, you're out on a different level.
You are.
Yeah.
That's going to be our unofficial station outing. Got to get everyone going to that.
Oh, you guys are having a station outing.
Is Fred a big Hanson fan?
Probably more Hardy than Fred.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to a few of these with Nick. Could you share more about a station outing?
Well, me and Nick were loosely planning on trying to maybe get some people together for that. But
you ain't getting Fred to the South Shore. Come on.
No, not Fred, but T-Bone lives there, so maybe we can get T-Bone.
T-Bone lives there. Hardy would go.
Yeah.
Because he's close and he's in Canton, so that's close enough. Wallach Wallach's always he's always game to get out of the house. Like if he has a reason to get out,
he likes to drive.
Yeah. Oh, he loves to drive. Ooh, we should continue this conversation at some point. Just to finish this off here. Remember Zoot Zoot Riot? Zoot Riot. I don't know why that made it.
Yeah, that was kind of an annoying song.
This one, I'm ashamed I didn't know it, so maybe you would know it. But it was called Shorty, You Keep Playing With My Heart by Imagine IMAJIN and Keith Murray.
Cousin Keith, you don't remember that one?
I don't recall that one.
I don't know that one either.
Brian McKnight, Anytime.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yep.
Big Brian McKnight guy. Barbie Girl, which was a hit.
Yeah.
I'm a Barbie. That was a hit.
I played that at the dances.
Wasn't a good song, but it was a hit. The one that stood out to me was Radiohead Karma Police. Karma Police.
No. Don't remember that one.
Okay, Everclear, I Will Buy You a New Life.
Yep.
Solid jam, right?
Solid.
And then it ends with Lenny Kravitz Fly Away and Marcy's Playground, Sex and Candy.
So I've gotten a little more into that song as I've aged for whatever. See, this goes along with my losing the edge that I had. I don't listen to as much of the hard stuff. It's that easier listening stuff that I've gravitated towards more. So Marcy's Playground in.
Kind of like, what's his name there? Bob Dylan's kid, Wildflowers. Like, We Can Make It Home with One Headlight. You know that song?
One headlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, is that the kind of soft
Yeah.
music like Fuel?
I mean, I wouldn't. I was like Shimmer was always one of my favorite songs.
Shimmer's the jam.
But I wouldn't say that's soft, easy listening. Fuel.
Okay, give me another soft, easy listening.
Like I've gotten way more into Elton John, stuff like that.
One of the greatest
Phil
writers.
Collins.
Of all time. Oh, Phil.
That type of music. We were talking about it with Zoe. Lionel Richie. A lot of Lionel Richie. So what am I thinking about now? I'm not thinking about things I used to think about. I think about.
You also brought up individuals.
Yeah.
Like Phil's and these are guys that Lionel obviously had his own band. But,
yeah. But I was told that most of the songs I like are not from the Commodores. They're from Lionel Richie.
Lionel. What was the one? Hello. Is it me? Was that Lionel?
Yeah, I think so. Love that one. I was listening to it yesterday.
Reminds me of 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Is that in that movie?
When he's in the tub. He turns all the pictures around him. Yeah, he was gonna have fun with himself.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say that one, but there were others back then. I liked Luther Vandross was a individual.
Here and Now.
Yeah, and I might have killed Peebo Bryson as I was talking about the Beauty and the Beast song, and literally the next day he died. So, have you ever heard of this? I
have a Peebo Bryson. What's his name? Peebo?
Peebo.
I have one of his on my in my collection.
Oh my God! What's
If ever you're in my arms again?
If ever you're in my arms again, this time. That was the jam.
That was a good one. Yeah, I have a whole.
You need Kenny G in there.
There's Kenny G. Oh yeah, Songbird, Forever in Love.
I know that.
And he does an instrumental of "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" by It's excellent. Yeah, Kenny G.
So. Elton John wrote "Can You Feel the Love Tonight"? I because it was for the soundtrack. No, I'm assuming.
I mean, I don't know if that was Topin or what, but
"Can You Feel"?
Yeah, that's an all timer. Elton John was my wedding song. Something about the way you look tonight.
That's a good jam.
Yeah.
That's a great song. "Can You Feel the Love Tonight"? 1994, The Lion King.
Yep.
Written by Elton John and Tim Rice, whoever that is.
Tim Rice.
So shout out to Tim Rice, and it was the best original song.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Of 1994.
Yep.
Wow. And the other songs he had, the other songs that he went big with was "Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing" and "The Circle of Life," which was also part of that.
I think
movie,
Circle of Life was also Lion King.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he has there's a million. I've got, Leave On, Tiny Dancer, Sacrifice, The One, Sad Songs Say So Much, Your Song. I mean, it's insane how many. We talked about this. I went to the concert in 2022. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. Now, he's waddling around, but he still put on a show. It was awesome. That was a great decision.
Anything lined up for the summer? I haven't done anything this year. Any concerts? Anything?
Well, the summer's winding down.
Mm-hmm.
Did I go to a concert? No.
Bally's, who's a great partner of our station, has Collective Soul.
Oh, I liked Collective Soul.
And,
I've got them in the collection. December. Shine.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Heavy was
a great song.
They had like a hit probably 20 years now. Oh, there was another one that but I like. Who sang "Runaway Train"?
I don't know.
"Runaway Train, never going back." Why am I?
No, I don't know that one.
Oh, you don't know that song?
No.
Oh my God, you should watch that video. That was Soul Asylum. I always kind of mix up those. Oh no, "Runaway Train," the video, very very sad.
Yeah, can't wait to watch it.
Make sure want to see it. Anyways, so you are a music guy in the morning.
Yes.
I'm silence.
Just in the morning? What are you thinking about? What do you think about when you're just driving in silence? What goes on?
So honestly, I was thinking about what am I going to ask Mark Dondero today.
Okay. So is that what usually you're thinking about the show prep?
I am thinking about how can we do a bit out of this. Yes, it's all. That's probably where I do my best work. Some people do it on the toilet. Where do you think you do make your best ideas? When do you think it happens?
Right when I'm waking up.
Like you wake up.
Usually,
and
I wake up and think it's
something.
like I've actually at times kept like a notepad next to like the bed, so if I think of something, I can write it down. It's like your brain is in this active, weird place where I've got all the ideas flowing that I can access them just as I'm getting up, and then once I get up, I lose them.
So you're a writer. You write it down.
I like to write things down if I think of them.
I have notes in my phone, like notes.
Yeah,
and
you're recording them somewhere.
Yeah, and then I check off. I delete the ones that I've already done.
Yeah,
or I highlighted that it's been done. That's kind of interesting. People have ways of, I guess, taking notes for the day and activities and all that stuff. When I worked in the tech world, we used to have something called a My Day. It was a My Day calendar, and you could put all your tasks up the top, but you could put reminders on it, and it would pop up, and you couldn't leave until your task list was done.
Some people really get a high out of crossing off things for their, like my wife will, even if she's done it, whatever was on the to-do list, she'll write it down just so she can cross it off.
To like feel like it was accomplished.
Yeah. I'm probably more productive if I write down what I have to do and then it's staring at me in the face. So then I'm like, all right, I might as well go do it.
But you're a teacher in your what would your civilian life?
Yeah.
And do you have agendas for the kids? Do the kids have agendas?
It depends on the class. When I was doing special ed, it was every student would have different needs, so there wasn't a hard and fast agenda you would go with for every student. But yeah, if you can have one, that's probably easier.
That was when I was in high school. One day they're like, "This is your agenda, and if you lose this agenda, like you'll be suspended or have detention." And you have to get it checked off every day.
Yikes! Yeah, it sounds good.
We'd have to like give it to somebody and like, all right, cool. Catholic
Schools
school.
need that.
Well, you went to Zavarian, so kids didn't have it like us, Mark.
They scared the crap out of us at Zavarian. I remember the first freshman meeting we had, scared bleepless of the dean.
Well, another thing about Zavarian, I had friends who went to Catholic Memorial, and what else was another big?
You should have gone to Zavarian. I wish you went to Zavarian. You would have been
trust me, they would have.
What a boss you would have been on that defensive line.
They wanted.
You would have been great. Derek Knight, Joe Murray, Camella.
Oh yeah, Big Dan Murphy on the other side.
Yeah.
I probably would have been a center at Zavarian, but no. The funny thing was, I knew people at CM.
Okay.
I just couldn't get into the schools. I'm being honest. It's just, how you had to take that test?
Yeah.
That damn test.
Thanks.
I didn't test well.
Yeah.
And then they put me in the rooms by myself, and I still sucked. So I was like, I don't test well. But yes, I very, very much tried to get into Zavarian and CM, Mark. It just... But you know what? Camella's makes great meatballs.
Oh, I love Camella's.
And that's one of the better things. Dickie Barrett, I think, went to Zavarian from the Mighty Mighty Bosstones.
He did.
He did?
Did he finish? I don't know if he finished.
Dana Barros, right?
Yes. I was actually when he went into the Hall of Fame, I was like the MC of the event. So I got to intro him into the Hall of Fame, yeah.
He has a basketball clinic right across the street from Town Spa.
Town Spa?
The pizza
Stoughton?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So right across the street. The Dana Barros Center.
He actually, when I was a kid, there was this made-for-TV movie on Nickelodeon featuring Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, really?
And Dana was in it. Him and Nick Van Exel. He was Duncan Dana, and I loved it. I showed my kids. I made them watch it. A good little story, like an underdog, little short kid trying to make the varsity or the high school freshman team. It was like Steph Curry. Little, tiny... Didn't look the part, but could shoot.
Program note: we may have Shaquille O'Neal on the show this week.
Your show.
Well, I'll let's just say that there's a new chicken place being opened, and it's owned by Shaquille O'Neal.
Ah.
And they have contacted me to.
You should eat there.
I'll go right now. So the powers that be are working on it. And if it happens, it might be heard on the show.
Yeah, see if you... I mean, it was called Nickelodeon Sports Theater. There was two of them. This was a basketball one. There was another one about Jackie Robinson, which I cannot find. And it's devastating because I thought that would have been a great way. Because my kids have asked me about Jackie Robinson. This was a great, the way they tell the story would have been a great, it was great for kids. And I can't find it to show them. Ask Shaq if he has a copy.
Okay, Nickelodeon.
Sports Theater. Yeah, it was called, I forget what the name of the Jackie Robinson one was called. Came out in 97, though. I looked it up. I tried to find it because they asked me, my son has asked me multiple times about Jackie Robinson, some of the best players in the history of the game. And
that was 1996.
Yeah.
Looking at it right now. Incredible. My thoughts on Nickelodeon originally was Ren and Stimpy.
Yep.
But I used to watch Snick.
Yeah.
I'm just looking up now. Snick 1992 to 1994, which means I would have been
It went
10
on
to
longer
12
than that, didn't
years
it?
old. Well, they had that 2-hour block there. And I believe
You know what my son started watching recently? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I loved that show.
Yeah.
Saturday nights, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, he was
They would
watching
tell
an
a
episode.
story. They'd sit by a fire and they'd
I don't know how
throw
he found
sand
it.
in
Yes,
the fire.
yes. The tale of the whatever. Crazy.
You know what? It did go on for a long time. The original lineup was Clarissa Explains It All.
Huge fan.
And then it was The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Huge fan.
All that, Ren and Stimpy, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? And then 96, it was Keenan and Kel.
Loved Keenan and Kel.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Rugrats.
That was a classic.
All that. Kablam. What the hell
No,
was
I was
that?
out, but I wasn't in on that.
And then the Angry Beavers.
No, I was out by that point.
Rugrats, 100 Deeds of Eddie McDowd. Who the hell's that? Anyways, that was Snick, everybody. And we got to go to break. Mark Dundero's here. I'm Joe Murray. We'll be joined by Andrew Callahan later on today. Nick Gemelli's here. And Ryan Beaton. Is that Cece back there? Oh, my God, Cece. Always here.
It's her last day today.
Get out of here.
Nope.
Is your dad picking you up later? I bet her dad's was a big Bankroll Boys fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And she said that she would listen on her way in. I'm like, wow. Saturday mornings you'd listen to the Sports Hub. And, yeah. So I think I took a picture with, I can't remember if your dad was here. Whatever. Shout out to Cece's dad. Shout out to Cece. What happened last night? Can't wait to tell you next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening.
It's where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lopresti at 1-800-GET HAIR. It's Joe Murray, Mark Dondero in for the guys. What happened last night, Mark?
So we've been, this has been sort of a roller coaster of a Red Sox season. They were terrible. They were brutal in June. Everybody hated them. And then they went nuclear in July. And the whole time, I guess one of the bigger stories or aspect of their run was they were doing it without Garrett Crochet and obviously Roman Anthony, who's been out since May. Anthony now looking poised to come back. Had a rehab stint last night up in Portland. And, well, part of it at least went very well.
First pitch. Rush. Deep right field. Roman Anthony, welcome back. On to Fitzpatrick Field. Take a lap. Seagulls lead 4-0. It's the return of the Roman Empire here in Portland, and these fans are on their feet.
Get ready for that to be on someone's demo.
So the audio is what it is. That was a bomb, Joseph.
Oh,
it was, that one I could watch over and over again. It was tatered. And honestly, it's hard for a guy of that level to go to a AA game because that's what you're expected to do. And he did what he was expected to do, hit a 500-foot home run. So that was good to see. And I'd love for him to step back into Fenway Park and do the same thing. Anthony responded, or he answered questions after the game and was asked if he thought that, there was some pressure on him to prove something after all the time off.
No, I don't ever feel like I have anything to prove, to be honest. Our team's playing great baseball. I'm just looking to get back in there and help win games and continue to win games, and they've been winning in every way possible. And so I think just the biggest thing for me is getting back here in these rehab games and getting my feet underneath me and, feeling like I've played baseball again because it's felt like forever. And then just getting back there and helping the guys win and not trying to do too much, not trying to be anyone I'm not, but just kind of go back and play, with the group that's playing great baseball.
Well, that's fine, and I appreciate him saying that. I think that's the proper perspective, but I disagree. There is pressure on him. He needs to perform. It's disappointing he's been out this long. The circumstances around the injury have been a little, I don't want to say questionable, but unclear. And I would like, based on how they've played, for him to come back and produce. That's what I'd be looking for. And if they start to struggle after he gets back, especially with all the things swirling around his exit, I would not feel good. He needs to produce, and they need to continue to play well.
I don't disagree with that, and we'll get more into this because people are excited after seeing that Roman play. And before the game, he talked about, I'm back in Portland. This is where I felt most comfortable in my career.
Okay,
so he was comfortable playing there last night. I guess I'll ask Mark Dondero, what's the do you give him another game down there? Does he just go to Worcester now, or
I just bring him up?
See,
says he's ready.
I can't believe you and I agree on this one because that was my takeaway.
Yeah,
bring him up.
Well, yes.
What are you waiting for?
Right. If he's rehabbed and he's fine, just let's go.
Normally, I'm like, hey, like Trevor's story, right? The roster is going to be called up soon, right? A few more guys can be added to the roster. If you bring up Story, someone's got to go down. That kind of sucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see Sogard or Siegler? I think they're bit pieces, don't get me wrong, but they're guys that are doing this now. I just think it's a bad look if you get rid of one of those guys to bring up Story. It's just my own opinion. So he's a guy that hasn't played in a long time, had hernia surgery. Maybe he might need some time at DH in the field. Maybe give him another week. Is there a way you could stretch out the Trevor Story down there? With Roman, what's the point? He needs to see major league pitching. The minors don't do it for him, dude. Wait, he goes to Worcester, what's that going to do?
It'll give him a chance to get out of a rhythm.
Oh, yes. Because it's different.
Just if he's hitting and he's healthy, let's go. He's a major league player.
I agree, and why not bring him back in this homestand? I want to get into the pressure thing in a little bit, but if he just comes back into this homestand the way they're hitting right now, he seamlessly just kind of fits right in and doesn't have the pressure that you're talking about.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. Another noteworthy event last night, and I think it's actually a bigger deal. You know, I think it's one of the biggest deals we've had to discuss in years. Adley Rutschman getting acquired, and then last night, seeing it pay off in the form of a home run.
One down, the 0-2. High drive, way down the line. Is it going to be fair? It is. It's gone. And we are tied up. Adley with his first blast as a member of the Red Sox. Already he's driven in 3 runs tonight. His 9th home run of the season.
I mean, as you know, the Red Sox last night, they went up 3-0. They gave up the lead on a grand slam. And as you know, the inning after you score, the inning after the other team scores, vitally important. And for Rutschman to hit that home run in that spot, that's why you got that player. That is why every year for the last 5 years at the trade deadline, people get ornery when a move like this isn't made. Because he can do things like that, and that was a perfect example of a guy doing what you brought him in to do, and hopefully they get more of that.
I don't want to compare the move to Schwarber because they're 2 different players. But remember, Schwarber was hurt when they acquired him, too. He came back, struggled at first base. Once he got the bat going, he was moving. This is another guy that I actually like what Chad Tracy did with him. He was batting him 3. I understand the numbers. If you actually look at him versus Willie or Abreu. Abreu has 21 home runs, 22. 14 of them are solo home runs. Mm-hmm. If you look at Rutschman, they're all with guys on base. He has 9 now. His was solo last night. But that's why they wanted Rutschman 3 instead of Willier. He was struggling in that 3 spot. They've gotten back to Willier in the 3 spot, moved Rutschman down. He hit 4th 2 nights ago, did well, had 2 hits, right? Got on, walked a couple of times. Last night, the hit and the home run. So you talked about pressure. I almost think it's better for him to just be Adley Rutschman and bat 5. Don't force him to be a 3-hitter. Plus, he's your catcher.
100%. And, that's the manager's job. You got to see if you can get him going, and that's a perfect way to get him going.
What are your thoughts on Suarez?
I like him. I thought he's been good. I know there was, he hadn't won a game since June. But, if they're going to try to do what we all hope they do, he's going to have a say in that, a big say.
So yesterday was the first time he has pitched more than 5 innings. Mm-hmm. He had the adductor issue, but 5 starts ago. They pushed him back. They said he had the sniffies one night.
Sniffies. You have those every night.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he was better last night, but he got the first 2 outs of that inning. Guy gets on, a hit, walk, grand slam. It happened so fast. He stayed cool. He threw 93 pitches last night. I think now the expectation should be that Ranger Suarez. I've been calling him Ranger Danger a little bit lately. He hasn't been great. He hasn't. Well, but he's got great stuff.
They're going to need him. And if Crochet, and we keep hearing that he's not coming back, or if he comes back, he's not going to be able to be a starter or whatever. I just feel like that's an acquisition that will be key. I mean, you got to have pitching in the playoffs. We know that, and that's a guy that you can't. I don't want to think about Eduardo Rodriguez. You got to be better than that. You got to be a dude.
I mean, they paid him $130 million.
Yeah,
he was an all-star,
right? Like that's what I'm talking about.
Not for nothing, but has Sonny Gray been your ace this year?
Yes.
15 wins, not an all-star. Don't understand that.
Yeah, me neither.
And then you mentioned Crochet. Crochet spoke yesterday. I don't know if I'm stepping on your toes here.
No, I didn't have it. Did we have this?
Crochet said that if he ramps up, he'd only be ready to pitch 2 innings. Mm-hmm. We can talk about that in another segment, but do you want that? Like, if you can get any Garrett Crochet, do you want it?
Yes, more so than Trevor Story. I'd rather try to get him back in the mix in some capacity. I don't know what Trevor Story is going to offer at this point, and I don't know how.
I think bad defense and a 8-hole hitter that hopefully you get. See, that's why I like Monasterio.
Yeah, it's worked with him.
He's fine.
He's not a guy you worth. Roman Anthony is a guy that you risk disrupting some of whatever you got going on because of the level of talent. Trevor Story is not. I would just say, we're good, thank you, rest up, and we'll evaluate later. I would not try to force him back in.
And to your point, that's why they got Adley Rutschman in. They thought Adley could come into the mix, and if it was going to disrupt something,
it was worth it.
At least he's the guy. And I think they tried the 3-hole, and now he's doing well in the 5 spot.
The Rutschman acquisition goes way beyond even on-field production. Like, you'd like for him to come in and produce, but just the fact that they made that move, I thought was a significant moment for this organization. Just making the move. I don't care if he comes in and sucks.
Agree.
If we could also, Red Sox highlight 08, the Mickey Gasper.
Mickey!
Ballin'.
2-1. High drive, center field, straight away. Lawler back. He's turning around. They've got it out of here. Home run. Mickey Gasper. And a bomb to center field. 414 feet. And the Red Sox lead it 7-4.
Mickey Gasper from the baseball factory that is Bryant University.
Let's shout him out.
Yeah.
Did you send me a photo of him without a mustache as a young
I tweeted
kid?
it, yeah. That was him from college.
So did you know him in college?
I think I interviewed him without realizing how good he was.
He's much young. I forget that we're all.
No, we didn't know. I mean, he was a decade after me.
It's literally 20 years. Street Team Joe, who works with us, was in class with Mickey Gasper.
Oh, yeah?
Try him, and he's friends with, who's the guy that played at UConn last year? Star basketball player. I can't remember. But anyway, Street Team Joe's like, I know this guy and I know that guy. I'm like, oh yeah? We'll get him on the show, damn it. But shout out Bryant. Shout out Mickey Gasper. And Gasper is what he is. But there are certain guys, I don't want to use Brock Holt as an example. I don't want to use him. But aren't there certain guys that are fan favorites, local guys, who actually might be better than we think they are?
Sure.
He might be one of them. Like, he's probably not a catcher, but it's where he's playing. He's not really a first baseman. Like, what position is Mickey Gasper? I'm sure he can hit, right? Like, that's probably his thing. He shows power from the left side. And this year, when they needed a little buzz, he gave it. When he died out, they put him back in the minors. And now that he's been back up, he's been nothing but contributed.
Yeah.
So in a way, I kind of like the guy. He's probably will be there at the end of the year when they call some guys up. They need power. He's got it from the left side. He is what he is, though.
Yeah, any production they can get. I mean, I just feel like, look, their lineup is better now, especially if they get Anthony back. You have Rutschman. I mean, it's a legitimate lineup, but anything you can get from anybody is still going to help them. And if this is a guy that comes in and finds a late season groove, let's do it. Brock Holt is funny. I remember when I was working in Providence, we covered the Paw Sox, obviously, and I remember we were at Media Day. And I don't know what year this was, 2014 or 15, whenever, right before Brock Holt, his ascent. And I remember just standing in front of him at Media Day and thinking to myself, like, this poor guy, this is just a minor league lifer. He was probably a little older. I'm looking at him, he's not that big. And I'm like, this guy, he's just going to be in the minors forever. And it was like immediately after that, he gets called up, and then one thing leads to another. He sticks, and then he's hitting for the cycle in the division series against the Yankees. Respect to Brock Holt.
Respect. All-star as well. All right, well, we have more of what happened last night. We'll do that next. Mark Dondero's here, and he's going to give you the headline right now on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox.
Dallas is, well, I guess he's going to get paid, Mark Dondero. Do we have an update if he's going to be at practice or anything?
My guess is no, but I have no update or definitive reporting behind that. I still expect him to get paid. I don't know why it's. I'm surprised it's gone on this long, though.
So I've heard the two reports that we have, and we're going to have Andrew Callan in later from the Herald. The two reports that I've heard are the team isn't close. And then the other one was he wanted money for 2027, like a valued 2027 deal instead of a 26 deal.
Which I think is garbage.
And then we'll play this out in a little bit, but Rappaport had a quote saying, cooler heads prevail?
If cooler heads prevail, yeah.
The hell does that mean?
Yeah, somebody's a little hot.
Who?
Gonzalez. I think he's probably annoyed. Maybe this started when Robert Kraft made those comments. The deal hasn't materialized the way he'd hoped. These guys, they probably get people in their ear and they're, telling them certain things about what they should expect. And I'm sure that influences their thought process. And I don't really have a problem with how the Patriots have played this. I think they've played it correct, especially if there was an offer. Now, I don't know what the details were. I don't know what the guaranteed money was. But if they offered Gonzalez a legitimate contract to make him the highest, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're looking for. You're not some prodigy. You ain't LeBron. You're just a good player that's probably going to drop off and not be as quality. It's just a tough position to stay consistent at. That's all. Okay, and if they're offering you a legit contract and a raise and a deal that gets you to be the highest paid player at the position, what are we doing here? Because you want to get paid like it's 2027? Well, it's not. If you want to get paid like that, then fine. We'll see you on the field, and we'll go back to the table next year, and we'll see how you do.
I agree with you, Mark. My question is this. And I can't wait to ask Callie on this, but I want your thoughts. What do you think the original offer was?
Let's just say this. I think it was respectful.
Like $100 million?
Yes. I think it was. I don't think it was an insulting offer. I don't know, but I don't think it was insulting.
So, let's say it was $85 million guaranteed at $35 million. That's not insulting. They're short, though.
They're short of the Witherspoon deal. Yeah.
They're like $15 million short.
Well, they're $15 million short, but that was before the deal got done for Witherspoon.
But what I'm trying to say is that remember when John Lester got, I know I'm switching sports here, but remember they gave him a lowball offer and they traded him.
And that was it. Yeah.
That was insulting because he got way more.
But if
way more.
Again, I don't know what the details are, but if he was the highest paid cornerback and Patriot ever, even if it wasn't was short of what Witherspoon ended up getting, you can't be insulted that much. Shut up. I mean, Lester's a starting pitcher. He's arguably the face of the franchise. He had accomplished things at that point. Wasn't that after 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had won a World Series on his back, all the things that he did prior to 2013. I mean, that's a different situation. Look, this guy's been injured. This guy's had injuries. He had a great Super Bowl. But again, we're not talking about Darrelle Revis. We're not talking about the best player in the league. We're not talking about a guy at a position that's vitally important, in one of the most important positions in sports, a quarterback, or Jason Tatum, the guy that's carried you. He hasn't carried anybody other than maybe through that game. And they still got blown out. So I don't want to hear it. They gave him a fair offer. That should have been enough to not get upset. Even if you don't like the offer, cooler heads, what are we so mad about? I don't know. It's not that important of a position in terms of, I shouldn't say that because then people take it the wrong way. It's an important position, but I don't think in order to win the Super Bowl, you need a top cornerback to do it. I think you can win it with B and B plus guys if you're able to draft. He needs to recognize that.
We can get into this a little bit more, but for those who listened to our post-game show the other day, we went in depth on Christian Gonzalez and what
I like Christian Gonzalez a lot. I love his game. I want them to keep him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The reasons to not keep Gonzalez are they don't run a man-to-man, soft tissue, all that Vrabel type, and I don't know. Don't cornerbacks get you multiple first-round picks?
Well, Sauce Gardner did.
And that's when they had term.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't have term yet.
Yeah.
Not saying trade. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But the old days, that's what the Patriots would love that, right? Well, look at this guy. We could probably get 2 first-round picks. I'm over the whole first-round picks guy. You drafted a guy, you developed him, you pay him, especially at that position. It's just what you do.
And I just think based on where the team is, this was a situation where you didn't have the quarterback in place and there were other things that you needed along the roster. I'd be in a different area. But you have the team and the roster in place to win, to get to the Super Bowl because they just did that, maybe to win it. Why would you not, at this point, bring that guy back? Make sure he's locked up. At this point, with the way the team's constructed, I think it's even more important that they do that.
All right, we'll have more. We'll get into the Gonzalez stuff. And I do want to talk about Roman Anthony's night last night and Trevor's story and what the impact would be. And the pressure. Mark mentioned pressure earlier today. I'd like to get into that. We'll get into more Gonzalez. There's other stuff out there. I know Cam Neely might have stepped on it this week. Bill Chisholm spoke yesterday as well. And
I still can't believe you drive in silence.
I move in silence like lasagna. Get it? Silent G. Lasagna.
There you go.
Never mind. We'll go to break. I'm Joe Marty. Mark Thundero's here on the Sports Hub.
Stay tuned for more Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub. Morning Buddies, Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Bounding ball, Monasterio goes to the bag for the out onto first, and a double play to end it. Red Sox win it 9-4. They take the series. They scored 20 runs in the first couple of nights, and they are back to 10 games over 500 with a record of 68 and 58, and go for the sweep tomorrow.
All right, it's Joe Murray and Mark Dondero in for Toucher and Hardy. The guys are out this week, but their production team is here. Ryan Beaton, Nick Gimelli, Cece back there. Hi, Cece. The Red Sox win again yesterday, Mark, 9-4. We talked about Ranger Suarez got the win. 5 innings. First time he's gone over 5 innings in 93 pitches last night. And the bullpen was great rest of the way. Guerrero, Miller, and they brought up some guy named Olds that I don't care about. Have you noticed that they are struggling against the teams under 500, but beating the teams over 500? I don't have a problem with it, but this little 16 games in a row where they've lost back-to-back series or whatever, they were against teams under 500. Does it bother you that they play that way?
With the way this season has gone, that is not a trend that concerns me. Normally, that would be something I would look at and scratch my head over. At this point, with how bad they were, I just want them to continue to win, and I want them to continue to, I guess, stamp home the idea that this is a team that could do something in October in the playoffs. So it'd be nice to not play down to the competition, but I'm not going to get as long as they're beating teams and still winning games and hovering, 10 games over 500 from where they were is insane still. I'm not going to get too fussy about who they beat, who they lose to. Just keep winning.
They're in a playoff spot. They're 6.5 games up. There's less than 40 games to go. What's your biggest concern for the Red Sox going forward these next 40 games or so?
My biggest concern is that they're going to kind of lose the momentum that they've gotten, that they're going to end the season closer to 500 than I would like, and that at the end of the year, Joe, we're going to look back and say, were they really any different than any other season that we could? And I think the answer is yes, because of what they did at the trade deadline. That is why that was such a huge moment for me. Okay, getting Meade was fine, and then to supplement that by going out and getting Adley Rutschman was, I thought, a significant banner moment for this team, this organization in the last few years. They, to me, woke up in that moment and showed me that we are still into winning and trying to win and doing all the things that we need to do to win. That was huge, regardless of how it plays out. But I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to say they really actually were just kind of the same team. They finished a few games over 500, did nothing in the postseason.
Okay, I'd like to talk about this. 617-779-0985. That's the phone number. We'll take sports calls. Mark, I guess sometimes get crap when I defend the Red Sox or talk positively. It's the whole Nesson thing.
Yeah.
I take a paycheck from him, but I'm in the office. Like, I like to hear what's going on there.
Yeah.
I'm in the trenches. I'm over there and I'm doing the show. And from what I gathered, when they were losing bad, ownership cared, and people were yelling, "Sell the team" at the time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't great. Like, trust me, we were doing shows like
I was yelling it.
And not for nothing. Like, I want Nesson to lean into things. Like, if you have a bad camera and you miss the home run, like, laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like, we have Tom Caron on tomorrow. I don't even know if I should mention that he said Dice game at Tazaka.
Why not?
No, but that's what I'm trying to say.
That was beautiful.
This is the era we're in now.
Yeah.
When you screw up, we got to lean into it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I've always done.
You got to own it, laugh at it, people make a joke, and you move on, right?
Yeah.
But it's when you deflect on it and you duck and all that, that's when you get the crap. So, like, I feel like Nesson should do more of that. I take a paycheck there, so but they have a standard, and the ownership runs the team. Like, that's the truth. Where I'm going with this is they wanted to fix this thing.
Ownership.
And yes, and they, from what I gather, and this is reported, I'm not saying anything that wasn't, they wanted to go with veterans instead of young guys. So how you say that it was so, like, the trade itself, just the action of it was so big.
To me, it was.
Well, it's because they don't want to grow their team from within anymore.
Good.
They tried. It didn't work. They failed. They were the worst team in baseball. So now they want to go with veterans. They want to go with guys. They had to fire Alex Cora. He had too much control. The guy didn't want to play Abreu against lefties. Look what he's doing against lefties. Like, he would have never played these guys. And I get the young guys didn't work. The Campbell didn't work. He's hitting again, by the way. They had to get rid of the drive line guy. They had to do a lot of things, but it was ownership who did that. And some people can be like, don't defend John Henry. There's nobody better in this town at pivoting when you suck than John Henry. There's nobody better. And I'm not being a shill about this. I'm telling you the truth. Like, this guy's gone from worst to first. And they fixed it. So to your point, are they a good team? They are. Considering Major League Baseball right now, they're a good team.
Yeah.
Long term, Rafaela, Abreu, if Roman can turn it around, Durbin looks like a player. Like, you got this Arias kid. Is he something or is he trade bait? Rutschman's probably going to sign a long-term deal. Contreras is going to be here. So, like, your pitching is, if Crochet's healthy, you can bring Sonny Gray back. Rangers War. This could be something for a while here. Forget about just this year. They are what they are. But they wanted to fix it. Like, they wanted to go veterans and move on from the young guys. And they made those decisions, right? They traded how many pitchers, how many prospects, and then eventually Marcelo Myers. So when, like, you talk about who's responsible for the turnaround, my answer is John Henry. But people don't want to give John Henry the credit. To your point, when you look back and say, is this all that they are? Maybe they fixed it for now. Like, maybe they found, a honey hole in the schedule or a soft part of the schedule. But really, it does come down to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And with the returning guys they have, I do put pressure on Roman Anthony.
Yeah.
And one more thing. This year when they started, they put all the pressure on Anthony to hit, and they wanted Trevor Story to be the leader. Both failed. They failed.
Yeah.
Do you think they can still do that, both those guys? Do you think that Roman can come in and make an impact? And do you think Trevor Story can be the leader? And what I mean by that is they both failed. Can they actually be the guys that the Red Sox thought they could be?
I think Roman Anthony can come in and hit and offer some good quality at bats. I have no faith in Trevor Story. I'd be out of business with Trevor Story. Why would he all of a sudden just come in and start leading? Or why would you be I don't see him coming in and being an effective leader when he was sort of a problem before, both on the field and with some of the comments he made. And he wasn't a part of anything that they did in July. I just don't think he can come in and have the cachet to become a leader on this team. I wouldn't even bring him back. That's a separate conversation. Look, if anybody deserves the benefit of the doubt, I think it's John Henry, because we forget. It's so easy to forget, and it's unfortunate, but we forget 4 World Series championships, different managers, different general managers, different star players. The only constant has been John Henry. And it's been easy to forget in the last 5 to 7 years, but he should get that benefit of the doubt. And that what you just outlined, Joe, is so enormous. I can deal with losses. I can deal with the team losing. What I can't and haven't been able to deal with is the process that they have had that has led to the losing. Just like in the Super Bowl, we talked about it on the postgame show. I could deal with Drake May making mistakes and losing the game in the Super Bowl. What I couldn't deal with was how he looked, his body language, the look in his eye. That's what, and he'll be fine. I love Drake May. He'll be fine, but it's just in that moment, I just care about how you go about it and how you approach it and the effort and the process. And it hadn't been there for the Red Sox, I felt like. Now it feels like it's there again. They might not win. They might come up short in the playoffs again. So I don't think it's just all about the playoff. I'm not going to sit here and if they fail in the playoffs, I'm not going to be like, well, there it is. I knew it. It's the same old. No. I think they were different this year. And it'll be a shame if they can't make a little noise in the playoffs. But I don't think it's just about the play. They turned around some things this year, and I think that's significant. Their process came back a little bit.
So I now people are awake. I've rattled the cage because I said John Henry deserves credit.
Well, tough.
Do you think so?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Don't get me wrong.
I have a source that says he deserves credit.
Oh, thank you.
You're my source.
No, but when people say all he cares about is Liverpool, I would too. Liverpool makes way more money than the Red Sox.
Okay.
And I get that when you own a team, you should care about. Like I'm I'm on both sides of the fence there. Like, I get why the money is important in Liverpool, and I get why the Red Sox should be important. But he's been watching the games. Like, he's there every night. He was there last night. Like, his wife's there every night. They care, man. Like,
okay, that's what
I'm saying is there may have been a time where maybe they were distracted, but I think they're back. That's good. And maybe it was people calling him out. Maybe it was the sell the team chance. All I know is he turned it around. So the people who hate the fact that I'm giving John Henry credit, tough crap, because I think he cared, he showed, and he's there every night right now.
I think that is part of the reason why this city has been so successful. People, the noise, the passion, and I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but I think people, the people on this station and like-minded individuals in the media help. If you have a lot of people that care and talk about what's going on, if you're any kind of competitor, I know business and this and that, how does that not impact you? I'd want to prove people that were naysayers wrong. If you're a competitor in any way, shape, or form, how would that not inspire you or motivate you to be better? And I think that, the people caring maybe helped turn John Henry back around. But, yeah, I give him credit. I do.
But I will tell you, though, I like what we've had this year. And I think it's a great story. The turnaround's been great.
I mean, you can't rely on the month of you can't rely year in and year out on what they did in July. You can't do that every year.
They did it last year too. They went on a 10-game winning streak.
Yes, but it was even bigger this year.
Yeah, it still comes down to the playoffs, and I think that they're built pitching wise for it. I think Bayo out of the bullpen could be something.
Yeah.
Having Chapman back there, Whitlock, getting these guys healthy now.
Yes.
Whitlock and Slayton and these guys.
But I'm sorry. I need to say, again, the playoffs, it comes down to the playoffs. But I'd much rather have the conversation of why can't that idiot general manager, and I'm not calling Craig Breslow an idiot, I'm just the proverbial idiot, whoever it is. Why can't that idiot general manager figure out how to put a team on the field that can win in the playoffs? Rather than the owner doesn't care, they just want to watch the bottom line. They're not interested in winning. They just want to have a product that's good, not great, and then go about their day. That's a conversation I don't want to have. I'll talk all day about, why did he get that guy instead of this guy? Because this guy would have helped more in the playoffs. That would have been that's a better conversation. That's a real conversation. That's what I want to have.
Well, I think that we can do it.
And if they fail because they get the wrong guy, then we'll talk about that. But at least they're trying. They want to win.
We're here the next 3 days.
I'm not here Friday.
Well, the next go. We should have that Durbin-Bregman debate at some point.
Yeah.
Look, pull them up. Pull up and then we can forget about the numbers. But maybe they were right on Durbin. Maybe they were. But you just said something. Building for the playoffs. I don't know if Durbin's that guy in the playoffs. I know Bregman's done it.
Yeah.
So I just, when they get there, there's going to be pressure on some guys. It's definitely going to be Roman Anthony. And I think that Rafaela and Abreu have been great. Contreras has been probably their most consistent player overall. I hope Durbin can continue it. He's raised his batting average 100 points. 100 points. And that's good, right? I looked it up the other day. He's batting 300 in his last 78 games. Mm-hmm. So he's been good, and let's see what Rushman can add. But this Roman Anthony home run last night, I want to get back to this.
Yes.
I wanted to know who it reminded you. Do we know who had the call, Ryan? I'm sorry. I want to give them credit.
I'll look it up real quick.
Okay. But last night, Roman Anthony back in Portland, which I love Portland. What a great area.
It's a great area.
Oh, Duck Fat's my favorite
There's
restaurant.
A bunch of bachelor parties up there.
Oh, man, you could get Becky's Diner.
Lobster rolls.
Oh, the coldest because it's up in Portland, so it's the colder the lobster, the better.
I went to, I had to rent a boat once on Lake Sebago.
Sebago Lake,
it's freaking big.
Yeah.
They were like, rent a boat, and it was like an ocean. I had to have a map. I was like a pirate out there. I'm not a boater at all. I hate boats. And there I am on a boat trying to find the other side of the lake. He's like, here's the map. A mess.
Were you like a yacht rock guy? Or?
Do
you have music on the boat when you did it?
I don't know. I was trying to survive.
I don't know.
Sail the seven seas.
I'd be doomed.
Yeah.
You
a big boat guy?
I like to go on people's boats.
Yeah.
But I don't want to dock it or put gas in it.
No.
That's expensive.
I hate boats.
Hey, listen, it's always good to have a friend with a boat. Or I could rent a pontoon boat on a lake.
I don't mind a canoe on a river. You can see me doing that, yes. But the boats, I don't want to be on the open. I don't like fishing. I get bored.
Fishing's boring.
Yeah.
I know people love it, but it's boring. Come on.
Yeah. I'd rather play golf.
And you look like you're going to be playing golf today, the way you're dressed.
I'm actually going to go cover some football. That's the plan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going to go to the joint practice.
Oh, for the Pats today? Hey,
That's
look
what
at that. You're
yeah.
going to watch A.J. Brown versus old team?
I was working on a story for the website that I don't even know if they're going to let me write. But I was going to try, and I had an interview yesterday. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it, but
all right. Well, that's a big tease. Mark Dondero going to camp today.
Yeah, I was just going to. I figured I'd show your face.
So tomorrow we can do tales from the camp with Dondero.
What I covered.
All right, cool. Let's hear this home run again from last night.
First pitch. Rush. Deep right field. Roman Anthony. Welcome back. On to Fitzpatrick Field. Take a lap. Seagulls lead 4-0. It's the return of the Roman Empire here in Portland, and these fans are on their feet.
I don't know who that was.
Forgive me if this is incorrect, but I believe Emma Tideman handles primary play-by-play.
Emma. Great job, Emma.
For
who I heard, I think, on the women's NESN broadcast this year. Great job. But I couldn't help because the audio.
It was the audio. I think the audio really.
But it just reminded me of somebody else.
It did.
So you heard it too, right?
It did. That was
Can
my
we hear
first
that,
thought.
Ryan?
First thought.
It just reminded me of somebody else.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh, my goodness gracious. Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee. These fans are on their feet.
You guys heard that, right? That it had to be the recording, I think, is what did it. But Emma does a great job. And so doesn't Susan Wald.
Roman Anthony, welcome back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee.
All right, let's leave it on that one.
I can't believe that was 20 years. That was almost 20 years ago.
Roger looks good. You see him at the Field of Dreams game?
I've been following him on. He gives pitching.
Yes,
tips
on
Instagram,
TikTok.
So I let my son
I love that. I
Yeah.
watch it. He's great.
Yeah.
He actually I bet you he could still throw maybe 85. Maybe.
Oh,
maybe,
I bet.
maybe.
Yeah, he's a horse.
But he has this position down when he throws where it's not your arm at all. It's all body, man. Like, where was that guy in 1996 for me? You know, I mean, he was obviously listening to his own headphones and becoming a free agent and going to the Blue Jays.
How hard did you throw?
I got up to 80 once, but in a game it was probably mid-70s.
Oh, that's it?
Well, I grew up with Manny Del Carmen.
Yeah.
He could throw probably 90.
I would think so.
But he threw harder once he got the Tommy John surgery. I'm doing his golf tournament Friday.
Where's that?
Brook Meadow Country Club. Great partners here at the station.
Oh, it's a great spot. Yeah, my son.
It's
Friday.
My
son's doing a camp there this week.
Well, I'll be there if you. I'm leaving from here, but you're not here Friday.
Yeah,
but I will be there at 11 o'clock.
I'll be dropping him off at camp.
Well, hey, and there's supposed to be some heavy hitters there, former Red Sox and Yankee players as well.
Maybe the kids will get a glimpse at some of the.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Manny was the cream of the crop, I would say, in 2000 when I graduated. There was a kid after me, probably your age. Remember Jeff Allison?
Oh yeah, Peabody.
And he.
So we played Peabody in the state semifinal game my senior year, and he was in the stands. He was having some issues, I think.
Yeah.
I think he was at the game.
He got drafted. Well, obviously, I think his problems are documented.
He threw like mid 90s, if not high 90s.
But in high school, you have to understand, like, if you throw 90s, some kids throw darts and it's right down the middle. It's nothing.
Yeah.
If you throw 90s and have a cutter,
yeah,
you can't see the ball.
No. But remember, this was 20-something years. It was different back then. It's not like today where everybody feels like they throw in the majors. You're throwing 96 in 2003 as a high school kid. That is
Yeah, because I would say most kids, probably threw in the like mid 70s was probably getting high.
I thought I threw hard, and it was 78 miles an hour.
Yeah, so I was probably in the same. Yeah. I just wish I knew how to use my body weight.
Yeah,
had a nice little curveball.
Oh,
was told the last second to do a karate
Uncle
chop.
Joey.
So don't throw. Remember Tom Gordon, Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I have his card.
He used to throw this over the top curveball, like
12-6.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and the spin rate was fantastic.
Yeah,
not good for your arm, by the way.
Okay,
but I was told that if you just throw it like your regular fastball, and at the last second do a karate chop, the ball's faster and it curves like a cutter, and that really was what changed my life.
Wow.
3 pitches: fastball, curveball, and a changeup that I put 2 high school days. Here we go now. We're bringing it back 25 years right now.
I could tell stories.
Yeah, and you played college at Bryant.
One time, I don't know if I've ever told this on the air, but in a Legion game, it's funny. In a Legion game, we were playing Milton Legion. They were the top overall seed. We won 1-0. I was pitching, and the guy who struck out, sorry to do this to him, but he struck out with the tying run on third, was a guy by the name of, now I forget his name. Should have thought of his name before I told the story, but he played for BC High. He played for the Red Sox. I'll look it up.
Have you saw this Jeffrey Young guy from the Mets? When he throws a strikeout, he jumps in
around.
The air. I hate that guy.
That's a little too...
No. Even the guy who hit a home run, I know we got a break, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But the guy he was running the third base after hitting the grand slam, and as he's running the third base, did a fadeaway jump shot before running on third. That guy's not making it home if I'm on the field.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mark. If someone did a fadeaway fake jump shot running to third, I would tackle their ass. Just like this Jan guy, if he struck me out and did that jump, the bat's flying, bro.
I mean,
that guy, I hate that. I don't want anybody. It's just like a pop up in the air and someone going, got it.
They would argue that why can't the pitcher celebrate like the batter does when they hit a home run, if they're pimping the home run?
I mean, when Chapman strikes somebody out and then just stares them down of doom, I'm not going to do anything to Chapman anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is someone really going to say something to Aroldis Chapman? Guy's a monster. He's as cut as can be. Ever see how huge that guy is?
No.
Now we should Google Aroldis Chapman without a shirt on. Big man.
Okay. Guy's name was Alex Hassan.
Oh yeah. I know that.
He played for Milton Legion.
Because I played with Rich
Hill. He was a freshman throwing 90 on the BC High varsity. But he struck out. He actually struck out on a pitch he swung at a pitch that hit him. Tried to take first. The ump called him back. Then I slipped one by him at the knee, struck out, ended the game. A few years later, I was covering him in Pawtucket, and he had like a terrible game, and I had to interview him, and he was pissed. And I was like, this probably isn't the right time to remind him of that moment. But he made the Red Sox. He made a couple appearances on the Red Sox.
I remember him. Because Rich Hill was a year ahead of me.
Oh, yeah, he was a Milton guy,
he
too.
Went to Milton.
And, they were loaded. That
were?
Legion team was loaded. They had a ton of guys.
There's something in the water over there. In that
good baseball.
High
Their Little League
Milton.
team, the 9-year-olds were good. I think they win the league this year for my son's league. They were good.
Bridgewater, I think, made the Little League World Series.
Yeah,
all right, we got to go to break. Sorry, Ryan. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More.
Darrow this morning, everybody, and myself, Joe Murray. Let's talk to... that was a rap sheet talking about the Gonzalez situation, which we'll get into in a second here. I promised calls, Mark, because the show doesn't always take calls, so want to keep CC busy back there today. Tim's in Nashua. Tim.
Yeah, the last outing for Sandoval, and he looked to be ailing and in trouble during the game. Then he started, turning and flexing. Joe, do you think the coach made a mistake going out there and listening to the pitcher and not pulling him? He looked like to be struggling 2 innings before that. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I was curious.
So the reason why was he wanted to stay in the game because he gave up so many runs early on. He wanted to protect the bullpen. And and to be honest with you, it's a good question because I think he like injured something or tweaked something. He's somebody that I would worry about his arm more than like a back or a hamstring. But he was taking one for the team because he gave up so many runs early in the game. But yeah, he did ask to stay in the game though.
I'm hearing that, Joe. But is he going to be out for a while, or is he okay?
He's scheduled to pitch this weekend.
Okay, all right.
But something to monitor.
Yes.
All right, Tim. Appreciate you, bud. It's funny, Mark, when it comes to the Red Sox, when I asked you earlier, hey, what do you think's their biggest concern? Mine is running out of pitching. Who would have thought, right? They have all these guys that have produced all year, but between Sonny Gray, you got your Ranger Danger guy. Is Peyton Tolley your third starter?
Probably.
So how do you use Crochet? If he does come back, is he an opener with 2 innings? And then you have Bayo behind him? Or do you just, if you're going to have Garrett Crochet, do you want him to be a starter or to give you something out of the bullpen?
I don't want to be an opener. I don't want him to be an opener. I'd rather have him out of the bullpen.
So would you just shut him down then?
No.
So you want him out
yes,
a Chris
I want
Sale,
him back.
in the playoff?
I just want him there. I think that would add juice.
Okay.
I think it would. I don't know. I mean.
Because I think Bennett, although I really like.
You just said that you're worried about them running out of pitching. Why wouldn't you want them back?
the rest of the way here. Because in the playoffs, I know they'll only use 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, Sandoval's going to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Bennett's going to the bullpen. You'll have Weissert, Slayton, Guerrero, Chapman, Bayo.
Whitlock done for the year?
Oh, Whitlock too. Sorry. No, he said he's going to come. Well, he said he's going to come back.
Yeah.
Someone's going down.
Yeah.
One of those guys isn't.
No.
It could be Sandoval. I mean, he might not be the guy who moves to the bullpen, And Jake Bennett, I think, could be a long guy. All I'm saying is I'm a little worried down the stretch here if Jake Bennett's never pitched this many. Peyton Tolley's never pitched this. Peyton Tolley, dude, I don't think we're talking about him enough.
He's a horse.
But what I'm saying is we've always said he was a horse.
Yeah.
14 strikeouts the other night on 85 pitches. 85 pitches? And then the other night he doesn't have a strikeout. He's been so efficient, and dude, he's getting better later in games.
Mm-hmm.
No, we've always heard what Peyton Tolley could be. He is the ace of the staff. I know Sonny Gray's been the guy.
Yeah.
Peyton Tolley, they're 7-0 in his last 7 starts. He's been stopping their losing streaks. That's an ace.
Yep. And if you can get him to continue to pitch like that, you can get Sonny Gray to keep doing what he's been doing. And then if Suarez can come back to, being what you signed him to be, there's 3 solid pitchers right there. And I feel like you could mix and match from there. Crochet, Bayo, if depending on how they're using him, I feel like you could go from there. It's not a bad spot, Joe. Their lineup a little bit more.
He got me thinking.
meaty.
He got me thinking. And you said meaty. Mead will probably come back and play second at some point.
Yeah.
Story.
I know, but
Durbin, Contreras, Rutschman.
Yeah.
Roman. It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Yeah. It looks good, and yeah, Nesson's going to be popping.
Oh baby.
Yeah.
We need those playoff games. You know what I think would be great? If they can pass the Yankees and get a home field. Imagine playing New York in Boston after this year. You could make the argument why they lost last postseason was they had to play in New York.
Because all the games are in New York,
Yeah.
right? You don't go back and forth in that early. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be big.
That'd be very big.
I mean, they haven't been great all year at Fenway. They've obviously been better recently, but I'm with you.
We teased the cooler heads, the Rappaport audio right there. So do you think Christian Gonzalez is upset that the deal hasn't been done yet? Is it about the money? Or is it everything? And you said you're going to be going down to joint practices today. I mean, do you think he's even there today? Forget about in uniform or anything.
I would think he'll be there. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if he's going to practice.
Do you think he should practice?
Probably not. If he's where I think he is, I'd probably wait to get that contract worked out. If they feel like there's still a chance it happens.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is today and tomorrow the two biggest days of the year for the Patriots?
Of the year?
Of their off season.
Yes. Now, not necessarily to me, but I'm sure they're viewing it that way, yes.
Like these two practices are how they get ready for the season.
I don't view joint practices as the end-all, be-all. I don't. They might, and I could be wrong. I don't think it's the biggest thing. We've seen guys dominate joint practices and then do nothing of the sort come game time. I don't like the way that they do it. I think the games in the preseason should still matter. It's still under the lights with the refs, with the jerseys, other team. But yes, I think they view it as the biggest days of their off-season program and of the training camp.
I'm curious who's out there today. I'm curious the physicality both days. And I would like to hear some stories about how the offense is looking when it's Drake May throwing to A.J. Brown, Romeo Dobbs, and guys like that. You know what we didn't talk about the other night in postgame?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find it funny that Hollins was in the game early on?
The thought crossed my mind, but I just cannot envision a situation where he wouldn't. He was so important for them last year. I'm so in on him. I just took it as you have to have somebody out there that's able to catch the passes. They've got a lot of receivers. I was surprised Pop Douglas wasn't more involved in that game. I thought he would have maybe been, a guy that they'd have out there in the event they wanted to trade him.
Yeah, even like a showcase.
Yeah. I was surprised. It looked like they were treating him like one of the top guys. And I've loved Pop Douglas, but he hasn't been consistent enough, so I don't know.
My Pop Douglas take is he's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a gadget guy.
Yeah.
He always shows out in camp. He's always considered the top or second.
But he has done things in the games. They just can't consistently get him involved.
Yeah, the Texans game last year.
Yeah.
Right over the middle of the
even
field.
Before that, even the year they were terrible.
He had 80 catches.
He made plays. When the ball would go to him more often than not, it'd be a good thing.
What soured me on him, it's one play, but it stands out. 4th down at the sticks.
Yeah, he couldn't get over the...
May threw it right to the sticks.
Yeah.
Get over the line,
Yeah.
dude. Instead, what did he do? He danced. Like that soured for me on him. Can't be dancing, bro. Got to get those first. And I give Drake May all the credit for throwing it there. Like, you catch it and fight for the yards.
Yeah.
That day I was
What did he do? Did he kind of backtrack?
He tried to juke.
Yeah.
And
that was a bad. But that was awful. But I can't just hold. I mean, that's not as bad as dropping a pass in the Super Bowl. Would have won the game.
True. Very true. All right. Well, we've done some Red Sox.
We got to talk about the Tatis catch at some point. That was. There's a few things. Like Ted Williams.
Oh, I saw that too.
Yeah, you got to. I have a take on that.
All right. Andrew Callahan's going to be in studio with us, I believe. In studio.
At 8?
At 8 o'clock. Whatever you want to do next, Dundero. You can set it up for us. We'll hit the headline here. We'll come back with something fun next here on the Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headline.
Live. He's from the Boston Herald. Mark, we do this thing where we have a Slack channel, which I love, by the way. Yeah. And if you see a story, you just throw it in there. And it's a way for us to kind of come up with topics for the day. And when are we going to do this? And where should we put this one or that one? And you sent a couple of chuckles yesterday. Mark Dundero, you sent the Bedard going at some aggregators.
Yeah. I love when he gets spicy.
Have you been aggregated before?
Yeah, I think.
Has it ever
they've chirped me if I've been negative.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, chirping's this part of the gig here.
I like Savage.
Yeah, I met the kid. He's fine.
Yeah.
They're fine. Gordo is another one. If you know him, he aggregates a lot of baseball stuff. Good kid. I like him. But they're aggregators. So, like, for example, I've said things before that they've just aggregated, but it wasn't what I actually meant.
Well, yeah, that's going to happen.
Like one time I said the addition of Pierce from the Colts could be like the addition of Wes Welker. The way that it was posted was Pierce could be the next Wes Welker, but they're nowhere one's bigger than the
Well,
but what I'm trying to say is
unfortunate.
And that's what happens. It goes out there and then you're doomed.
Yeah.
So the aggregators can get you, man.
They can.
Watch out. You got to watch out for those guys.
I thought Greg, you could tell he was annoyed.
He called him. What did he call him?
Read it.
If the Seahawks had a better quarterback, we'd be talking about Christian Gonzalez getting burnt in the Super Bowl. Quote from supposedly aggregated.
Yeah.
And then Bedard goes, "You disingenuous toolbag troll." I don't want to read anything else.
Yeah.
You disingenuous toolbag troll.
Sometimes
that's a good one.
Sometimes I think back to the beginning of the year last year and just laugh at some of the interactions that we had.
And not for nothing.
I'm working here.
You know, and just to laugh about the post game show, we were in transition last year. We had Leroy, who I just saw in the hallway, was with us. Mark came over. You know, and just so people know, it's kind of like we have a lot of partners. So when you do the show, it's a lot of what was the play of the game brought to you by. It's a lot. There's a lot of papers.
Yeah,
a lot of papers.
You have to roll through a lot of things.
And you know, we're trying to talk about the game, but there's this, and then we get Bedard, who's doing one hit somewhere else, and then he's doing us, and then he gets us.
Yeah.
So he's probably been through the ringer already.
Yep.
And then he gets us. And you'll ask him, like, "Hey, what'd you see at the other game over there?" And he's pissed because he didn't watch the other game.
I know.
It was funny. now that I think about it. And then we had fun at the playoff game. Remember, we were all together at the end. But it was a very was it ebbs and flows?
Yeah, I love Greg.
He's great, and I like when he goes at people. The Fernando Tatis catch. We were just talking about pimping out things.
Yeah.
Can you play that, Ryan? I'm sorry if I'm throwing it at you, but it's the Fernando Tatis took away a grand slam last night from Francisco Lindor. And I was talking about the guy, Jan, who strikes somebody out and then jumps.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's, he's going to get it someday. I'm telling you. And maybe I'm just old school, taunt.
My problem is a strikeout is a lot more common than a 500-foot home run that you'd pimp or a catch like Tatis made that he pimped. And I'm pimping great catches.
He says, let's hear it.
Fly ball to right field. To the corner goes Fernando. At the wall, he lifts it. Fernando! Yeah! Makes the grab! Fernando up into the air, brings it down.
Thank you.
I love it.
All right. That was a good catch.
Good catch.
He's not hitting well this year,
no.
Is he, Mr. Tatis, huh? So he robbed it. He pimped it, for sure.
Just don't see that often where you pimp a catch. You could celebrate a catch. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah, he gave the old stare down.
Yeah, it was awesome. You got to see it. If you haven't seen it,
it was kind of like a dunk, and then someone just stares at
right.
you. Yeah, not bad. You don't see it from an outfielder often. You're absolutely right about that. All right. Well, 2 Stats, 1 Lie. Have you ever done it before?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay. Andrew Callahan will join us in studio.
I rapped about it, actually. The music video. That was my,
yes,
that was
that's
my
right.
Callahan drop.
Yes. Tomorrow we should revisit the.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I have some thoughts on that. Some things.
Callahan rapped for us yesterday.
I heard that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Pat McAfee, we did the McAfee song, and then Callahan did his own rendition of a country rap song.
Wow.
Sorry.
I missed that.
I have to say this. The ESPN is glazing the hell out of Pat McAfee. And it's going to get to a point where we're all going to hate McAfee. If you don't already.
Well, I mean, he's highly paid.
And not to mention they did a tribute yesterday. And they cut it short for the Pat McAfee show. So it could start on time. Like
I don't get it. But I kind of get it.
You want to hear Pat McAfee rap?
No.
No.
Out.
No.
Yeah, he's a showman.
I mean, good for him for making all the money. He
makes a lot of money.
He's a punter.
He makes a lot. Yeah. He was on the team. Was he in that play, that awful play in 2015?
Yes.
Was he on the field for that
was on the
fake?
play.
Yeah.
That's right. And
He worked for Barstool.
He did.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Dave talks about how when guys leave, they want to work deals out. But I guess McAfee was in wrestling. We almost ruined wrestling this year too. So whatever. All right, guys. We'll hit the break here. Andrew Callahan in studio next. Mark Dondero. I'm Joe Murray. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy.
There's some questions about just how much control Elliott Wolf has, but by title, he's the guy. He came in talking about being a draft and develop team, and that was going to be their strategy, and that was going to be their philosophy that dictated all else. Christian Gonzalez was the first draft pick under that philosophy. He is the definition of a draft and develop player, and what they leave out of draft develop is draft, develop, and retain. For the way they have it set up, this represents the start of the next step of the Elliott Wolf era.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. The guys are out. No Fred, no Hardy, no Wallach.
Why haven't you eaten that yet?
It's a coffee roll that I got at 5:37 this morning.
So I'll just tell you real quick. I got a coffee roll from Backdoor Donuts. It's a place in Martha's Vineyard. Excellent.
I've heard about it.
Excellent. You should eat there.
Well, true story, I've never been to Nantucket or Martha's.
Oh.
It's not that I'm not a traveler. I love to travel. I just feel like it might be out of my not demographic price range. No, I'm trying to find the right word.
You can always find a way to make it.
We have a writer
by Nesson.
We have a real. Well, do you think they got something over there? We have a writer in studio. His name's Andrew Callahan. He writes for the Boston Herald. He does television, and he's here with us on 98.5 The Sports. So what's a good? It's a little. It's just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Those aren't my people.
So we were in line for the donut at the Backdoor Donuts. Sorry, Andrew. I'm just gonna. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. It's all right. Enjoying the show.
We were, and there's a couple guys in front of me, and I'm with the kids. Jen's there, and this random guy not in line walks across, and he just off the cuff mentions to this bigger individual who's standing in front of me. He goes, "I don't think you need another donut."
Why do people have to fat shame people to their face?
Yeah,
I hate that.
Well, the guy
don't need to. I'm eating a donut because I'm fat and I want the donut.
He called him out, and they got into each other's face. And my son is like right there. I'm like, Sean, can you back up a little bit? The guys, and it was a fun interaction to start the day in Martha's Vineyard.
Just to add to this, I heard Maz the other day call Adley Rutschman. Said he was a little. What was the word? Not fat.
Porky.
All I'm trying to say is score one for the fat guys because Rutschman's been hitting now.
He's not fat.
So my whole thing is this. You know what I don't like? When someone says, "What's up, Big Hoss?"
Who says that?
Don't call me Big Hoss. All right? We're not cool like that. You can't just call me that. And I know I'm big. And I know I don't need another donut, but I don't need you to tell me that. So you know what? That's something that would happen on Martha's Vineyard. That's why they're not my people. Like now I want a backdoor donut, but is someone going to judge me now?
No,
the kiddos,
you know.
I feel like Martha's Vineyard, the guy on I work for a PE company. Oh my God, you still rent? Oh my God. Oh, do you have help at home? Like I feel like that's what I'm dealing with, and I probably just called out a million people. Anyways, Andrew Callahan.
He's kind of fat.
I'll tell you, it's even worse on Nantucket because we know our guy who works 2 to 6 is often there, and I have never heard anyone fat shame more in media than Felger. So. Those are his people out on the other island.
Yes. Yeah, I don't go to either island. I go to Dennisport or Yarmouth.
I've been to Martha's once, and it was for a marathon, the only one I've ran, which ended up being ran/walked, because there were old dudes dusting me at the very end, the last miles, where you don't want to be dusted, and they're like picking up the cones behind me to say, the route is no longer here. We're going to resume regular business in Martha's Vineyard. And it was a beautiful day. The problem was, there was just no one outside. And all the other half marathons I'd run, you realize, even when you're tired, you got the energy, right? Like you think about the last 4 miles here in Boston. I was going by a Stop and Shop, and that's it.
I know that Stop and Shop.
I'd like to go back. We had my wife's cousin used to have a place out there. They sold it a few years ago, and I'd liked my time there. But either I go back and I run it and I really do well, or I just don't go back at all.
Did you finish the marathon?
Yeah. I finished.
The time. I don't give a crap about the time.
I do.
I'm not a runner. I don't care. You finished. Good
Have
job.
you run a marathon?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good for you.
I
did 5.5 hours.
I did one when
that was me too.
Yeah.
I don't run marathons. Back in the day, we used to have to run like when we played sports. Like we had to do 5 miles runs, and that was
Well, can we talk about how you used to hoop? Because you brought this up now a few times that I've seen you.
What type of game did you have? I bet you're nimble.
I was a post player that could shoot.
DeJuan Blair with a little stroke.
Yes.
How about that?
Wow.
Yeah, so I grew up in Hyde Park. We had the BNBL League, which was the Boston Neighborhood Basketball League. It didn't matter what age you were. So you were on a team, and it didn't matter if somebody was 18 and you were 14. You played with that team. And, the City League was strong, let me tell you. But you would play against really good kids, so after you get your ass kicked, or they'd cross you up and break your ankles and all that. I got all that out of the way at like 12.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So when I got to high school, I'd slap the floor like Duke, and I'd be like, let's go against could be the best player in the state. I think the best player in the state at that time was Scott Hazelton. He played at UConn.
Yeah.
And I just slapped the floor. I'm like, let's go. And again, I'm 6'3", 290 pounds playing basketball, but I was nimble. And yes, we won the Catholic Suburban League Championship 2000, or was it 99? Whatever it was. And we cut down the nets. It was great.
Why don't we play? Why don't we have a run here with 98.5? I bet some guys would play.
No one wants to see that.
Well, Maz got hurt playing in a game.
We get some guys here with some good height.
Yes, we do.
What was the problem with Maz? Was he carrying a little extra weight? What was going on there?
He tore his Achilles.
Tore his Achilles in a basketball?
Adley Rutschman would not tear his Achilles.
He would not. But I just, I feel like I have to like defend fat people, and I don't mean that like in the don't feel victimize us. Just you don't have to make the comment.
Dumpy. He looks a little dumpy.
He looked dumpy. He said that.
Oh, okay.
And maybe Adley heard about it, and I think it's because they moved him from 3rd to 5th. I'm gonna give a Chad Tracy take on it, as it was a baseball one, but maybe he heard about it. And it's funny because Street Team Joe, who I work with at night, is a little heavy, and we were last night texting each other, score one for the fat guys all night long in our chat. So, anyways, I don't want. I've had people do that to me.
Oh, he was the guy. Shouldn't have said that.
No, but like,
of course, I was glad he got.
I just
called out.
Don't need someone to tell me. Hey, and some guy, like people on the radio, hey Joe, we really care about you, man. We hope you don't eat your beefs tonight. It's like I don't want you to say that to me.
No.
Do you have anything else you could? Thank you for loving me and caring about my health.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yes, I would like to tell them more. But anyways, like if someone said that to me, dude, I
would fight them for you.
I don't know if I want to fight anybody.
Well, I think the one line is like, hey, look, I could drop the pounds, but you can't change the fact you're an a-hole. That's too bad.
You know what?
Well said.
You sound like a writer.
He's a writer. He's a wordsmith.
I asked Undero this question earlier. I'll ask you: are these the 2 biggest practice days of the year for the Patriots?
Yes. I mean, aside from when they were in the Bay Area getting ready for the Super Bowl, technically February 2026. But look, these are the 2 biggest days of the whole summer. It's just what it is, and we always ask the same questions and lead up to these, right? At least on my side. Are you ready to hit somebody else? Is this a good, measuring stick, a litmus test? And I think some years, you get the same old cliche answers. This year we get the same old cliche answers, but you can tell, like, they know wherever the Eagles finish this year, who knows? They're still one of the most talented teams in the league. And so when you're just going to play, Hunter Henry called it rules ball. We're like, we're not scouting. We're not preparing. It's me versus you. It's one-on-one. I'm going to do my assignment. You've got your duty. Whoever does better. It's like you're playing pickup. Okay, how good is your good? That's what today is about. If the Patriots want to stay in there, whether they're, top-tier inner circle contender or contender, we'll find out some of their weak spots today in a way that the Colts, who were here last week, and I thought played them to a draw, couldn't expose. The Eagles are going to stress all parts of their roster today and tomorrow.
I'm ready for today. I'm curious what we're going to get. We should talk about Christian Gonzalez if you want. We got a couple of minutes here.
Yeah.
Cooler heads prevail was what Ian Rappaport said. What's all that about?
So I'll tell you, day one, when Robert Kraft comes out with the comments about, hey, by the way, we've offered Christian Gonzalez the largest contract ever for a Patriot, the biggest contract ever for a cornerback. I went, ooh. And I said on my podcast, look, I just hope that doesn't rankle any part of the negotiations here, now or later. Because what we've seen since then, of course, would tell you that it hasn't. That Christian Gonzalez has been a full participant for 2 weeks of practice up until 2 Mondays ago when he has that hard fall. He had the practice. He looked shaken up. No one on the hill that day watching was like, ooh, he's out for a week plus. He's been out for a week plus. And the longer this goes on, And the more he'd post on Instagram, like a lot of 23-year-olds who are upset at work and just kind of vent and pick their certain lyrics to express themselves. The more I go back to those comments, as well as reports that we heard from Tom Curran about, oh, well, Christian wants this and he's looking to have that. Things that don't paint him in the best light, where he's the guy, when we first spoke to Christian, going, yeah, we want to keep that out of the media. And the way you'd hear a coach talk about a player who's upset about his contract. So I'm not saying that upset the boat or flipped it over, but I do think it rocked the boat in a way that the Witherspoon contract being done is a huge deal. But the longer it goes, the more you're like, what's the holdup here? And the holdup might just be hurt feelings that you are taking longer to get over in addition to the numbers and the guarantees. But I think those are real things that bothered him, because he was a guy who said, look, we're not going to talk about it in the media. They didn't in the spring. First day of summer, he shows up and they got to talk about this. Come on now.
So I agree with all of that analysis. And obviously Andrew's closer to it than I am. But with that being said, from my perspective, I don't think, and again, you're right, and maybe that was a factor in what Robert Kraft said, but I don't think that should derail anything. Like, if you want to get a little upset.
Derail? No.
Yeah, and I just, the longer this goes on, I haven't had a problem really the entire, and now without knowing exactly what was offered, I haven't had a problem with what the Patriots have done or how they've handled this. I put this, the fact that it's dragging out, I put it more on Gonzalez, and I don't know what what he's looking for, what he's waiting for, honestly. Now,
you put it on Gonzalez?
Yes, 100%.
So you think that they've made him an offer?
Yes.
He has not accepted it. Witherspoon gets the offer. He's not at practice because of injury, if that's reported, right? So then today,
Phil Perry was on the show yesterday when I was filling in as a host and said, look, if there was a regular season game this weekend, Gonzalez would be available. Now, I'll say this.
You mean?
Yeah,
like
physically.
Yeah.
If you're the Patriots, he is arguably your best player, certainly your best defender. Changes the whole way you can play defense of just like, you go over there, shut down that side of the field, and we'll play 10 on 10 over here. You don't want him to further risk any injury, right? Like, you don't care about the game Saturday. You care about the game Wednesday, September 9th in Seattle against one of the best receivers in the league, all the stakes, the rematch, etc. So my thing was, when he first got hurt, was absent Tuesday last week against the Colts. We won't know until this past weekend, Saturday, if this is a big deal, either by injury or he's pissed about the contract. It seems to be both. And so now I look at next Monday when they come back and go, that'll be 2 weeks. You can't sit out much longer if you're healthy and expect to be ready for week one.
That's a big concern.
I want to dive into this.
I just, at least up until the Witherspoon contract, I think it was on Gonzalez. Now, I don't know how the Patriots have reacted since then. Maybe now there's another offer to be made and they haven't made it.
Absolutely. But you look at that deal and you go, okay, just a little bump over everything he got, because you're the next best guy who lives in the same tier as him. One of the best 5-6 corners in football.
I want to dive deeper into this. We'll take a break. This is going to be a who, like to your point, who's right and who's wrong. But it was done through the media, and I think that Christian Gonzalez is reacting through social media. Mm-hmm. And in the end, like, who gets the benefit of the doubt here, the Crafts or the player? Well, I'll hold it there. Andrew Callahan's here. He is from the Boston Herald. We have 2 stats, 1 lie coming up as well. So
this is my last block because we got to get the Vrabel for 9:30.
Okay, so we'll do all this. We'll do it next. We're on 98.5 The Sports.
He's kind of fat. Dumpy. He looks a little dumpy. This guy, a little sloppy.
More Toucher and Hardy next.
I'm still trying to get the too legit to quit. Two stats, one live. Maybe I'll record it that night sometime.
I'd love that, Joe.
So I know you guys, you have a busy day. It's the biggest 2 practices of the year for the Patriots. It's joint practices with the Eagles. So I know Dendero's going over later, and we got to get Callahan out there to ask the hard-hitting questions. So what do we got today, sir?
For 2 stats?
Yeah, how do I... Or
you want to go into
right
practice?
Or is there anything else you want to talk about?
I felt like you dipped your toe into the Christian Gonzalez talks, and you wanted to just full pencil dive.
Yes, so here we go. Let's guess. What was the original offer from Kraft?
Okay, so disclaimer, not reporting for me. Not to be aggregated, don't know anything. But I am sure that they had a total number. Like you look at the Sauce Gardner contract 2 years ago, which was $120 million total. And the Jets are like, here you go, highest paid corner ever. Derek Stingley had signed a deal 2-3 months earlier with the Texans, and he had a $90 million number, one fewer year, but his guarantees, even in that $90 million, were much higher than what Sauce Gardner got. So if you just want to make the offer and be able to say, Joe, going in, hey, we offered to give you more money than God, or at least any godlike cornerback in Patriot history, you just give a big number total that's maybe backloaded and non-guaranteed, and technically you're right. Mm-hmm. But the longer we're all in this, we know and have known, frankly, for a long time, that the guaranteed money is what matters. And that's not a Kraft-specific thing, but I think if there is any kind of haggling, and Mike Giardi made this point, I believe, recently, or Phil Perry did, that like the bump that Devin Witherspoon got in guarantees up from Trent McDuffie, who reset the market after he got traded to the Rams, was a big jump. Everything else was like, okay, little small increments, totals, average annual value, et cetera. It was something like $50 million to $59 million.
Yeah.
And so now if you're Gonzalez, you're like, okay, the next number starts with a 6 at least.
So how can they work this out? You know how they do Patriots deals. Can this be a Patriots deal? Like, can they announce it at $110 million, at $35 million, and that? Because like his numbers, the next 2 years, generally the Patriots don't really include that money in the deals that they already have in place. You get what I'm saying? They rip up the old deals, and that's how they do it. Like, would they just add 50 to 60 million over the next 2 seasons that he's already under contract?
Look,
for?
the answer is yes, because there are a lot of different ways to do this that I think satisfies both the player and the team. And you can just start with the length of the contract. You see some players who prefer shorter-term deals, higher in guarantees, being like, if I stack up enough of these and bet on myself to stay healthy, which granted is a question with Christian Gonzalez, I will earn more money faster, like a Kirk Cousins, a Dak Prescott, than if I took 4 or 5 year deals at a time. The team might like that, they might not. I personally, if I were the Patriots, would rip up these last couple of years because you want to front load the money before you start guaranteeing a ton of money to Drake May, as we all know this offseason, and frankly, A.J. Brown, who will be doing a new deal, provided he doesn't tear an ACL or an Achilles, knock on wood, and he'll get his extension next spring with Drake May. So they're balancing and juggling here, but ultimately, there's compromise to be made. Both sides know that. Whether it's the total number, the guarantees, the bonus, the installments of the signing bonus, which, by the way, are different here in New England. They spread those out more than other teams. Yep. There's typically 2 installments. They do 3. That's all very fine print stuff. But look, you ask, can the Patriots do this deal and be happy with it? Abso-freaking-lutely.
There's no way they're getting a Patriots deal. He's going to get more money than Witherspoon.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if he didn't. I mean, why, if you were Christian Gonzalez, would you take less than that?
Yeah.
Like, this is just the market now.
Yep.
You know?
So cooler heads prevail is, I guess, where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Is it Gonzalez, maybe the original offer wasn't good, and now they have to raise the offer? Like, why is it cooler? Why are the Crafts upset about this?
So, just like the Gonzalez conversation where you wanted to dip your toe in and now you want to pencil dive, this is like face first, head first diving into speculation. And this is where like my journalism training says, Callahan, get some floaties. We can't submerge here with the speculation. But look, I think the agent, certainly Reggie Johnson, we know, shares with Witherspoon, and the Patriots. They can look at the market and see 2 different things. They can look at the Patriots and be like, we'll just do little increments. This is what's happened. Reggie Johnson can go, Christian Gonzalez's agent, why is Christian Gonzalez only going to get a little bit more when he's much younger? You could argue much better than some of the corners who just got these deals. And he's covering guys like Jackson Smith and Jigba, who just got $40 million annually. It's not our fault that the rest of the league has slow played the corner market when edge rushers, defensive tackles, receivers are all getting these giant contracts. If you think he's a premium player at a premium position, which you do, and there was someone within the team that told Doug Hyde and I at the Combine, look, there are 2 guys in the roster who are basically safe. One's Drake May. The other one's Christian Gonzalez. Well, show it. Prove it to us. Put the money where your mouth is on this. Because who else would you rather have at this position over the next 3, 4, 5 years than a 23-year-old at the peak of his powers who can travel inside now and got a pick in the AFC Championship game? A guy you could build your whole game plan around. You'd be like, yeah, you're right.
I just feel like in this case, normally I would take the player's word over the owner's word. Who did it through the media, said he was going to make him the highest ever. I just hope that, because he said he made him an offer. I just hope that original offer wasn't like $85 million instead of $100.
And look, I don't know. What I do know, though, is that all the talk, and I said this yesterday, especially on the station, bothers the Crafts when it comes to spending. They would use the word narrative. I would use the word critique. And some of it's founded, some of it's not. Like, for example, the last 10 years of Belichick, the Patriots only had 2 top 10 finishes in terms of free agent money guaranteed. Okay, so you're talking 2014 to 2023. In the last 3 years, with Elliott Wolf at the helm, they have twice finished in the top 10 of free agent money guaranteed. Now, there are a lot of things that go into that, but they would go, look, it was on Bill. I would say when you're dead last in cash spending over that 10-year period, you can't absolve yourself of all the blame. But the way you know that they're sensitive to this is the comments made on day one, reports that come out since then, and I would add this. Why did we have a ribbon cutting for a building that was open 4 months ago? Why was the media allowed into every nook and cranny? Why do we have these videos about, look at the different tape we have in the training room? Like, it's a cool facility. You should feel proud about it. That, to me, says, look at all the money we're spending. You can't tell me, Felger and Maz, which, by the way, instead of doing all this, just call Mike. Just be like, shut the hell up. Like that to me. If they want to get this off their chest, call the guy who's saying it the most. But I think this is all a pushback from them. Silently, subtly, and sometimes not so subtly as we heard on day one at camp.
So I think they spent. I'm not worried about that. I mean, the year when Mayo was here,
Yes.
they signed all their own free agents, which I guess if you want to call that spending, sure. I'm not saying I'm not using the word cheap or anything like that. I just think when it does come to negotiations, it is difficult for the players here to get maybe, I don't want to say what they want, but to have this should be a standard deal. We talked about this in postgame the other night, but quarterbacks, corners, pass rushers, big-time receivers, you just give them the money. And the thing with cornerbacks is you can trade these guys and still get first-round picks.
And I've said this multiple times, but it bears repeating because some people go, oh, my God, you can't get a deal done. Are they going to trade Christian Gonzalez? No. I mean, I would be floored. We can play this sound back. I'm going to say no, it's not going to happen. You're trying to win a Super Bowl. If you're going to do it, though, for a position that's less stable year to year, you look at picks for all the best corners. Sometimes it's 1. Sometimes it's 6. He's the same guy, but the performance is different. You do it right before the 2028 draft, and you get your 2 first-round picks, like the Jets got for Sauce Gardner, and you don't have to pay money in the back end of that contract because he's playing for somebody else. I would not do that. I would keep Christian Gonzalez. But there are some other details. Joe, you mentioned a Patriots deal a few times. Per-game roster bonuses. Like there was a meeting that's held every year at the Combine for agents, and they're all kind of being like, hey, these are the big things. Negotiations. It's not like insider info, but one of the big takeaways from a couple of years ago was to say, stop accepting per game roster bonuses that are north of like $1.5 million or $2 million, because the Patriots are pushing and pushing and pushing. Not them specifically, but they're at the top of teams
Tucker's got a big contract
right.
like that.
But and they would go, look, we don't know if you're going to play. You're hurt all the time. If you do play, though, you'll get your money. And honestly, I think generally as a business practice, that's fair. You show up, you do your job, you get more money. Mm-hmm. But they've pushed it to such an extent that it's got the attention of agents around the league. And now they are talking about just don't accept that. Take something else, because this is going to go to a place where every team does it. And now we're losing guaranteed money and leverage, and we don't want to do that.
Vrabel did say when he signed that he wants to be a team that plays guys who deserve, pay guys who deserve the money. And
yeah,
I think he might have said like change the narrative or whatever. But the only thing I worry about, I asked Mark this the other day, is Drake May watching this and being like, they've gone gone now into joint practices. Wonder what they're going to do with my contract. I think he's a humble guy. I just wonder. I wonder if he's wondering. The wonder of you, right? It's the. I mean, he thinks that we're just going to hear one late, October night, or whatever night you talked about it. We're just going to hear one day that Drake May signed an extension worth.
Well, I mean, there's
whatever.
no question. Especially if he backs it up this year, you have to just give him whatever it takes.
But I just do wonder about Drake May in this whole process, Andrew, is like, does he look at it for his own sake and what's going on with Gonzalez?
He might, but Drake should know, and I think the Crafts know, that more than any player they've probably dealt with recently, except for Brady, who treated negotiations differently, he's got them over a barrel. Like, talk about guys, you just show up and do your job because of how good he is, how important that position is, how beloved he is in New England. Some people will take the Kraft side or blame Gonzalez as this is going on. Gonzalez is a quiet guy. Drake May is in commercials. He's smiling. He's handsome. He's the quarterback. His wife is now a local celebrity because she bakes cookies on Christmas like nobody else that I've ever heard of. And look, he's the guy. You can't cheap out on that guy. So they're planning. This is the front office's job years ahead to look ahead. If we pay him this much, this is where the market's going, et cetera, et cetera. That's a deal you have to do soon. And he's also rep by CAA, which is one of the most powerful agencies anywhere across sports and sports media. He'll be fine.
2 stats, 1 lie coming in a second here. But is this one of the when we talk about stories, this Christian Gonzalez one? Like, for me, it's just something that should be done. But has this been the only real story of camp, you would say?
It's definitely the biggest story of camp. The other one is the receivers, and it's not just because, we have a Tuesday where we got to fill a show. What do you want to talk about? Quarterbacks and receivers and, social media controversy. Kayshon Boutte was the best receiver to start camp. He's cooled off. You're probably keeping 7 based on Mike Vrabel's comments about Kyle Williams is going to be a big part of what we do. And granted, Vrabel knows how to play the game through the media and posture. If they were ever to do a deal for Boutte, be like, look, we're committed to keeping him. Didn't you hear what I told the media on August 6th and 7th about him and Kyle Williams? But that's a lot. I think it's one too many, specifically for guys like Boutte and Williams, though Kyle might return kicks, who don't contribute on special teams. And if you don't have injuries in that room, someone's going to be a healthy scratch more often than not. Last year was Efton Chisholm. You get it. But Chisholm's been better than Kyle Williams this summer. So I think the receiver room, the depth behind the offensive line, which is, of course, less sexy, maybe even the depth on defense. They could be the healthiest team of football last year. And they're doing a good job of load managing some guys. But you take a hit at linebacker, you take a hit at corner like they have already, maybe even safety, and you're like, uh-oh. Edge rusher I haven't even got to. So there's a lot. It's just second-tier storylines, I'd say.
Could use a Shaq Thompson or who else did they have in yesterday?
Jones.
No. Oh, Daquan Jones.
Yeah.
Ex-Titans, Bills D-tackle.
Yeah, him and they have ties there. So
Daquan Jones tweeted, I didn't see this till yesterday, during the AFC Championship game, was like, Vrabel, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Just lost the week before at Denver with the Bills. And someone responds to him, a Bills fan. It's like, man, that could have been you if you made one more stop, blah, blah, blah. His response was, cry. Do you think Daquan Jones knew he wasn't going back to Buffalo?
That's funny. 2 guys, though, that probably they could bring in, see what you got, and then maybe those guys will be available. All right, here we go.
All right, testing 1, 2, 3.
That's 1 line.
Let's do this. It takes 2 steps from the other night. And one might see you can get it right.
All right, what do you got for us today, bud?
All right, we have Eagles Patriots theme for 2 stats and a lie.
Okay.
By the way, have either of you guys ever won this? We haven't played it together much. Probably done Daryl more than Joe.
I got one right.
I think
You got one once?
I've done it once.
Does that mean I won? I don't know.
think I won.
It's a big game for the sniffer.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Number 1, the last time the Patriots beat the Eagles in a regular season game, no current Patriots players were on the team. The last time the Patriots beat the Eagles in a regular season game, no current Patriots players were on the team. Number 2, Mike Vrabel has as many career playoff wins as Nick Sirianni.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mike Vrabel has as many career playoff wins as Nick Sirianni.
Okay.
Number 3, last season, Drake May had more passing yards than Jalen Hurts has ever had in a single NFL season. Last season, Drake May had more passing yards than Jalen Hurts has ever had in a single NFL season.
Okay.
So we tell you which one's the lie?
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're Fred, who just gets lost in his own mind with these.
Okay.
Wait, so what was just say the first question one more time?
The last time the Patriots beat the Eagles in a regular season game, no current Patriots player was on the team.
Okay, I'm going to say, can I just say what I think the lie is?
Yeah.
That's how it goes, yeah.
Yeah, I think the lie is that Mike Vrabel has more playoff wins than
As
Nick
many.
Sirianni. As many. I think that's a lie. I don't think he has as many.
I think it's close. That's why I'm wondering. I think it's a truth. I think it's very close.
Okay.
The Pats and Eagles haven't played in the regular season game since Chip Kelly and Nate Ebner. Remember that kickoff there?
That's not right.
That's not right?
You're talking about a 2015 game. They played in 2019 and 2023 in the opener that was here.
Oh, yeah, the opener. Remember Nate Ebner, though, on that kick?
Not on that kick, but I do remember Nate Ebner.
It was a kick.
It was a weird-ass game, that 2015 one.
They had him kick off for some reason. It didn't work.
He was a rugby player.
All right, so then they have... Ooh, is anybody on the team? You said 2019.
The last time the Patriots won was 2019.
Anybody from the 2019 on this Patriots
There's
team?
no way there's somebody on that team, on this team, from that team. There's no way.
Who's the longest tenured Patriot right now? I know clock's ticking on Andrew here.
No pressure.
I told you the one I thought it was. I'm sticking with it.
Because Sirianni's won. He got the bye to Super Bowl III. Sirianni's, well, he's been to 2 Super Bowls, I guess, so that's 6 wins. Vrabel has 3, and then last year had the 3.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's a true. I think they both have. Yeah. So what was the other one? Hurts passing.
Drake May last season had more passing yards than Jalen Hurts has ever had in a single NFL season.
Yeah, I would say that. That's
a lie. Oh, so what's the lie? Tell me what the lie is.
This happens to someone every time. The Freditis.
I think all 3 are right. One of them's not.
Oh my god.
I don't know, Mark. What do you got? You want to?
What do I got? I told you.
You want to go Sirianni?
That's the one I think
fine,
is the
I'll
lie.
go with him, even though I think it's close. But go ahead. We'll go with the.
So you both say number 2.
Fine.
Yes.
All right. For the first time in 2 stats in lie history, I got smoked. You're both right.
Boom. So, but how many wins though? It's close, right?
So Sirianni has 6.
Yeah.
Vrabel has 5.
But in my head, I'm like, it's close. So that's why I believed it.
That was a hard one.
Good for you though.
Yeah.
You stuck with your guns.
I'm all right.
He pointed his guns at you and we're like, make a choice. Do it now.
And I think I was like, I'm gonna go.
And then you just surrender, like whatever you said.
But I was thinking 2 Super Bowl runs.
Yeah.
Is 6 wins, right? And he won 1 Super Bowl.
Vrabel has more career wins, regular season and playoffs combined, than Sirianni did. He's coached 1 or 2 more seasons. But Vrabel's also had much worse seasons, which therefore means fewer wins. So it's close to the playoffs, not as much in the regular season.
They haven't played in a long time. Now that you're really thinking
the
about
23 opener, and then the 19 game was 17-10. I think that's the right score. Julian Edelman might have been even low. I think it was lower scoring than that. Point is, the only touchdown pass was Edelman to James White. And you could see Brady at the podium after. Miserable.
That was the miserable most 8-0. Isn't that the comment after that game? When he said I'm the most miserable 8-0 quarterback?
So that was the comment leading into the Ravens game, which is the week before.
Okay,
they lost at 8-1, and then they went to Philly and won 9-1. I think they were coming off a bye. And you're 9-1. And it's like someone had shot his dog in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
It was just he knew by then obviously he was leaving. But it was a lot of strange games to the Pats and Eagles. Kayshon Boutte's foot's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Imagine Mac Jones completes that 2-minute drive.
Yeah,
that's right.
Where are we today?
I know.
Yeah, that's open.
I think that 2019 game, I think that was after the game when Belichick said, yeah, we had a lot of fun out there when he was taking the shot at Lane Johnson. It was
probably did.
I think that was the game.
Ooh, that could be a good one. Like, because they've
2.5 year grudge.
But it's going back to the Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb and Freddie Mitchell.
Yeah.
So like now there's a lot of storylines.
The other Super Bowl, they didn't punt. Like, again, weird games, weird things. So I wonder what we get today. Probably a fight or 2.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
I'd love for you to stick around, but you got to go.
Yeah, got to go.
All right. We'll be watching Andrew Callahan of the Boston Herald. We did good on Mark, you did well. I just tailed you. We got to go to break. Thanks to Andrew Callahan. More with Dundero next. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports.
He's got one life.
Notice our friend was on the line. Wow. I got to go to him. JP in North Providence. Hello, JP.
Joe, I got to bring the Jeremy Conley Night Show vibe to this morning show. Give me 4 topics quick. Mark, Bryant Bulldog, 77-78. Blizzard made it home alive. Joe, I got a jingle start for you. It's Callahan time. 2 are legit, 1 you cannot pick.
Ooh.
When it comes to fat guys, they're not fat guys. You remember the bar scene in Bronx Tale with the bikers?
Yeah, you guys can't.
Those are not fat guys. Those are rugged, strong men, okay?
Yeah.
Don't mess with them. And, Joe, the most important question, you got one or the other. Boston cream donut with chocolate frosting or a raisin toasted bagel with butter. You got to pick one, Joe.
My answer is cinnamon raisin bagel, but I would do either one. It's a coin toss for me. But I have to answer, I'm going cinnamon raisin.
Taking the Boston cream donut, Joe,
Boston
every
cream
time.
donut.
I'm sorry.
It's the best
And
donut.
don't get me, you know what it is? I think the bagel
Unless it's pop-up bagels, then that's a different story there.
The bagel may sit in my stomach longer and make me not feel as hungry, where the Boston cream is a lot of sugar.
Yeah?
And am I going to fade after eating it?
There you go. Down to Dennisport.
Oh, you going?
I was supposed to be going down to Nails down at Falmouth with the
oh, well, hey.
Still in the friend zone, Jones.
Well, across
Still
the street, Romeo's. My friend Tommy's the chef there. Tell him Joe Murray sent you.
Oh, in Falmouth across from Nails, Romeo's.
Yep. Romeo's. Tell him Joe sent you. It's Tommy is his name.
Okay, Joe sent me comp to dinner. Gotcha. I'll remember
he's
that.
in the friend zone?
Thank you. Yeah, we can't get into that.
Okay. Okay.
JP, he's been dating a woman.
Oh.
And then they were in the no talk stage. He wanted to talk, but she didn't want to talk.
Wait, he was dating her, but they were in the no talk
No,
stage?
no, they were dating, and then they went to the no talk.
Oh, so there was a problem.
And then she has gone back out with him again.
Can you go from dating to the friend zone? I thought you had.
Well, that's what happened. They were dating, no talk, hanging out again, friend zoned.
Wow.
So it went from not friend zone,
yeah,
to the friend zone.
Feels like a tough trajectory.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's never a good place to be.
Well, no, I was waiting for your advice on how to get out of the friend zone. I wanted to know what you thought. Yeah, it's a tough.
You got to show that you don't care. Is kind of the way I think. Got to keep them coming back.
Wow.
Hey, we wanted to play this before we go to break.
Yeah.
So I don't know what station this was. I don't care.
Was it Detroit?
Maybe I'll have to look it up.
I don't remember.
Now. But every once in a while, I like a good freak out. I freak out something. You, Mark, I know you freak out. But not on the people. Like, I never had, like, a freak out on Ryan Beaton.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe Nick Giavelli once.
That's well said.
You know? Skaz never had a freak out on him. No, Nick! Let's hear a freak out on... I believe this was so how it works in television.
It's a local news station.
Yeah, and you do pre-recorded things that
Segments.
they can play later on. So this female anchor was trying to do something, but the producer got in her ear. Let's just hear it.
I'm gonna have to do that again. What's up, Trace?
I think you're in a...
I am. I'm in Amy's script, the Amy's Angels one. There was the second thing didn't make sense, so I was just trying to fix that part. And
It's not even marked off. Like we're still working.
I know, but I didn't have time because we have to do this, so I was still reading it. See, I mean, I can't wait for you to go through them all, and then I go through them because then I'm already getting ready by then. But this time we had to do the PSAs, so. Finish what?
What I was trying to say.
Okay, because Sean just came in here and said something about marking off. Go ahead. I don't think you are. You're walking out really angry. Jeez, oh, Pete. Can I please finish what I'm going to say? What the Grow up.
Jeez,
I'm so done with her antics, telling on me every 5 seconds. I'm done.
I know.
The guy that comes in who tries to calm her down is hands. I've never heard G's a Pete's either.
G's yeah,
Is
never
that
heard that
okay.
one before.
So I used to be in TV. I actually side with the anchor here. I think whoever was talking in the background was a little out of line. They got a little too hot, a little too quickly.
I also think that there was one line for somebody else that might have been on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
So she was trying to like read her part, but they were already showing the other part.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she wanted to do it again because it went too fast.
Okay. Do you use the prompter at Nesson?
No.
So it's just kind of a talking show.
I only use the prompter if it's like a recorded commercial with like
a script,
stuff that's been through like like procurement and all that stuff. You know how like everything has to be signed off.
Yeah.
I think it's the only time we ever use it.
I didn't know if that was a big part of your show there.
No, on Boston's Enter the Chat 4:00. Not today because it's a baseball game today. But no, we just sit in the chair and we
talk.
We shoot the breeze. Baby.
He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Nick,
I mean, there were worse.
Have you ever yelled?
Lord.
Have you ever
No.
yelled? I have never.
See, this is what annoys me, and I understand it, but people think I'm a hothead. I'm really not. I know I'm intense, and my demeanor is intense, and you could, the vein and all these things. You could convince yourself that I would pop off at somebody. I'm really not.
I will say that most of the people that I talk to here at the station, because they know I work with you, they say, he's intense, huh? And I'm like, yeah, he's intense. But the thought is everybody thinks you're a good dude, but you are intense on the end. It's like sports. It's like your game face. This is your game face.
I don't think nobody's going to say, yeah, he was intense like that with me behind the scenes where I was yelling. I don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done it. And even when like here, if we have guys on the board and they're new,
you're patient.
I take it's my fault.
Right. It's what a good leader does.
Yeah, and just laugh about it.
That's right.
Again, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all can't be perfect. So when you screw up, sometimes just laugh about it, lean into it, and move on.
It's the best thing to do.
Get her out of there!
What was that? Was that Fred?
Yeah. That was like 2 years ago.
You got a Tangway one in there? I don't know if he's
Hold on.
Now, again, he's a professional. Wait, don't get me wrong, Mark. Some places you do expect a certain standard.
Sure.
But
you can express that standard without popping off publicly.
If you publicly pop off on a producer, you suck.
Or it doesn't have to be a producer.
Or
dump it.
That's where I learned to dump it. Now I just say it on the air now, because what if they miss it?
Yeah.
Just say it right on. I learned that from the great Gary Tangway.
Dump it.
Just right over the air. If someone swears, don't expect the producer to dump it. Yell, dump it. It was one of the best lessons I've ever learned.
Sure.
I can't hear Jim Aberdale.
Who said that, Gary?
I'm trying to find that one.
All right.
I used to email with him. Nice guy.
Oh,
never met him.
Oh, no, get out of here.
I never met him in person.
Oh my God, we should set that up this week.
You know him?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think we should have him on? I can get him on.
Yeah.
Hey, want to come on just to meet Mark Dondero?
I used to exchange emails with him.
Yeah, no, he's and that's one thing I will say about him. Even like when I was starting out, he'd always reach out.
Nice guy.
And I talked to his class last year. Remember when we do that, Ryan? I don't know if you were here for that. But
His class?
Yeah, he has a class.
Oh.
And we go on Zoom and we talk to his class.
Nice.
Everyone talked to me about betting.
I got 3 things going into my ear, and then we're trying to do a show. We come out, we try to do the show. The max isn't there for the quotes. I've been put on camera instead of going by the format. That's why I'm pissed.
What the What was that from? Was that on?
I think he was on NBC doing a Celtics game.
Okay.
But couldn't hear Max. Hilarious. Anyways. All right, we got the final hour of the show here. Mark Dondero's here. I'm Joe Murray. The Stack. Whatever we missed today and whatever else Mark Dondero wants to talk about, we'll do it next on the Sports Hub.
No, Nick!
Patriots, Bruins, the Celtics. WBCFM and HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting. Sports Hub headlines.
Red Sox, they won again. Second win in a row for Boston after they beat the Diamondbacks 9-4 Tuesday night at Fenway Park. Ranger Suarez, his first win since late June. Adley Rutschman, big game for him. 3 for 4, homer, 3 RBI. Mickey Gasper, 2 for 2, home run, 2 RBI. They led the way offensively for Boston. Speaking of offense and the Red Sox, hopefully Roman Anthony factors into that equation soon. He hit a home run, went 2 for 2 last night in Portland as a designated hitter. He says he's ready. We'll see when he gets called up. Mariners 22-0 last night over the Brewers. It's Major League Baseball's largest shutout of the modern era. Patriots are going to be hosting the Philadelphia Eagles for joint practices. That's getting underway in about an hour down at Gillette Stadium. That'll lead into their preseason game on Saturday night. And the top 100 players list in the NFL, as voted on by the players, continues to get unveiled. Patrick Mahomes coming in at number 18. Drake May, not on the list yet, would indicate NFL players view May is better than Mahomes. We'll see if that's worth anything this season. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the 99 Restaurants. Head to the Nines this Thursday to play trivia for a chance to win 99 gift cards and other great prizes. You gotta love the Nines. I'm Mark Dondero for Boston's Home for Sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Next update about 30 minutes.
Listen to it, laugh at it, get mad at it, agree with it, argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Big show on the way.
Need a little help getting started in the morning?
It's very dangerous.
They've got the experts.
So, no.
Toucher and Hardy.
No.
On the Sports Hub.
It's the same song. But anyways, does it make me a fat guy that all the summer movies that came out remind me of what McDonald's did? Like if there was a summer movie, McDonald's had the cup, the fries, like they like had a huge promotion of Happy Meals and whatever. But growing up, like we had Jurassic Park was a big one. Batman was big. 92 was the Dream Team. Yeah. I had every single Dream Team cup.
I had their cards. You remember they had USA basketball cards? Yeah, I had some. They're not worth much.
They're not.
How did I end up with all the cards that weren't worth much?
Well, it was called the junk wax era.
Yeah.
Everything made back then was bad paper and made a lot of.
The Griffey market has sort of exploded.
So, yeah, I did.
Is that too strong?
Griffey's, you know what it is? It's not the rookies that people think of. It's the parallel cards or like anything him on Seattle, big money.
Big money.
The Reds.
No. Except, you know what card I have that is hard to find? I love this card. 2001 Hot Gloves, Ken Griffey Jr. on the Reds.
Hot Gloves?
Yes, that was a hard one to find. And that's, I think, worth a little set because you can't. If you don't have it on eBay, it's probably worth some money. I mean, it's rare if it's not up there. That's a good card.
I did a show over the weekend and I had 7 Tom Brady cards, 02 to like 07.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't like the big name card brands.
Yeah.
Dude, every sold 6 out of 7 this weekend, and they all go for over $100. Like the cheapest card back in 02 of a Tom Brady card, even after winning, was probably $2-3 back then. It's literally gone up to over $100. The Brady stuff. I think we were talking about this the other night. When it comes to Tom Brady, the most authentic thing he probably does is cards, card vault.
Probably
because Pizza Hut is a sham.
Yeah.
Right? What else is he doing these days?
Noble.
He's doing the coconut water thing.
Oh, yeah. It's called, what's that called again?
Good Nut, right?
Good Nut.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you had a Good Nut? I mean, the drink, the water. Have you tried it?
No.
I've seen the
Is
can.
it good? Is it in stores? You have to order it.
Oh, you got me on that one, huh? Have you had a Good Nut?
You can save that one. No, that's actually the real name of the thing,
It is,
too, though.
yeah. But, like, what's he done that's authentic anymore?
Well,
you know,
I don't know.
You know, it's funny.
I think he likes cards.
Oh no,
his
he
album,
really does.
He had. I mean, he posted this once. He had a legitimate Roger Clemens collection from like the late 80s on the Red Sox.
I mean, make no mistake about it. He is a card guy.
Yeah.
You'll see him all over the card vault stuff. Our buddy Chris Costa is probably traveling the world with him now.
Yeah.
Did you see that yacht video of Brady on it by himself?
Yeah.
And someone wrote this sad story.
Yeah.
I would love to be on a yacht by myself.
I think he looks fine. I can see you on that yacht by yourself.
So I'm not a boat guy.
No.
But I would pay like a service to have a driver, and then underneath they're making me a dinner. like a prime rib dinner. Mr. Murray, the prime rib is roasting right now. We're gonna let it sit so it can marinate a little bit.
I mean,
Thank you, sir.
I could get up for being on a yacht by myself. Like, would I choose to do something like that? It wouldn't be the first thing I think of. But if you were like, Mark, you got to figure this out, I could find a way to make it enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really ever had a bad time on a boat, anyways. Unless like
I just haven't been on many.
Yeah,
I get seasick a little bit. I'm gonna try reading on the boat. Forget it.
Are you an ocean guy?
No. I mean, I love the beach.
Yeah, but do you go in the water?
I always go in the water, but it's in and it's out. It's to cool off. Unless there's waves. If there's waves, I'll jump around in the waves. The kids.
Where are there big waves for you?
That you can we the last few years, my wife and I have gone to Nantucket for our anniversary. Cisco Beach has some nice
really?
waves. Yeah.
Wow. Because I go to the Cape a lot. I wouldn't say it. I mean, you can. There are waves.
Yeah, Nauset or down towards the elbow. There's some nice beaches with waves.
But like, I don't know if I get a boogie board and go out. Now, Salisbury up in North Shore.
Yeah.
Oh man,
some waves.
Huge.
Oh, Maine. We used to go to Wells, Maine. Moody
Maine?
Beach.
Oh,
there
yeah.
would be good wave. Like not enormous, where you're gonna get injured or something, but big enough to have fun and the kids go in and you're jumping around in the waves.
I think the North Shore is a little stronger than the South Shore, I would say, as far as the waves go. But, man, when's the last time you boogie boarded? I know
It's been a minute.
So.
I don't do a lot of boogie boarding.
Is
that when you do? No, I don't like. I'll body surf. I've done some of that more recently. Skimboarding I'll do.
Wait, what?
Like
What's
skim,
that?
where you throw the thing it's right along the shore, the edge of the water, and
then you jump on it?
Run and jump on it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
I've never heard that be called that, though.
I don't know. Skimboarding. Wakeboarded once.
You think I should do Nantucket?
Yes.
I feel like it's
good eateries.
I've been invited by a few places, and there was.
Why would you decline?
I just never.
What do you mean you've been invited? Like a business?
There was a food fest.
Ask Mike. He gave us some good suggestions for places.
So I have to take a boat there, though. I have to park.
You could take there's a plane.
I'm not puddle jumping.
Yeah. Well, then take the boat. It's not hard. It's easy.
Have you ever puddle jumped?
No. Take the boat. It's a 50-minute ride on the boat, the High Line.
Ryan, you're looking at me.
No, I've never done that. I'd be too nervous to do something like
We take the bikes. You could take the bike over. We bike to the beach. That's what we did. So I could swear I was not even focused, but the other day when we were there for our anniversary, we were biking to the beach, and as we were biking along, a guy comes out from a street. You know, he's got his head in his phone. His hair was it jumped out at me. It was well done, and I'm like, we drove right by him, and I thought to myself, I was like, that had to be Dave Portnoy. I didn't even realize.
So, do you know? I when I worked at 1510, he had a show there.
Dave did?
Yeah.
I've never met him.
Me either. He got kicked off the air, which, obviously, I think might have been tough for them to do it.
Okay. What year was this? Mid-2000s?
06, 07. Yeah. So I reached out to him. This was like before they were still like paper.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked him if he'd come on. He went in big on why he would never do anything with 15. And I was like, oh, could you help my show? I needed it. I needed some sort of bump back then. Okay.
So he was already into Barstool at that point.
Yeah, but I think my thought on Barstool was they were a paper thing I saw on the train.
Yeah.
Remember the Boston Metro?
Yeah.
I probably saw Barstool just as much as the Metro.
Right.
And then they had the website that you'd, like the girl of the day or the
the smoke show of the day.
Smoke show, whatever it was. And then there would be sports. It kind of reminded me of Playboy a little bit.
Yeah, it was some of that early
because you were
on,
getting
I guess.
good articles.
Yeah.
You know, there are people
They
who
evolved.
read that stuff not just for the articles. They had great articles, I would say. Bird checking in. Yes, Free Willy, same beat. I will take Bird's expert Dream Team Cup.
Is it strange that sometimes I regret? I mean, I just wish they did it the right way and had Isaiah Thomas and Shaq on that team. Can you imagine historically how that would have been the undisputed best team of all time if those two were on it?
Isaiah Thomas was left off.
He should have been on it.
He was like Jaylen Brown.
It was perfect.
The Collectors Series, the entire USA Dream Team Basketball Cup collector, $333 right now on eBay.
Okay. Affordable.
The I would piece it out is what I would do. The McDonald's Larry Bird Collectors Cup Team USA $9.95. I mean, you're paying more than that now if you go to I go to a wrestling event. I'm paying $20 for a drink. I get to keep the cup.
Yeah, you just don't know what's going to be worth something down the road.
The Red Sox cups this year that look like coolers.
Mm-hmm.
Those are awesome.
You know what I bought a while back that I should get graded, but I don't know where to go? Movies. I bought Gone with the Wind.
If they're unopened,
they're unopened.
If they're unopened, you can probably get stuff.
Titanic.
Ooh, you can get it signed too. That'd be great.
Yeah, just hit up Leo.
Joe's in North Reading. Hey, Joe.
Yeah. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey.
Sorry about that. Take you off speaker. So I heard you earlier talking about the Ken Griffey memorabilia.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get this item priced for forever. Nobody can give me a ballpark figure on it. So it's you remember Baseball Cards magazine? You remember Beckett?
Yeah.
Yes.
Magazine. Yeah, the price indexes and all that for card. So I have a June 1988 Baseball Cards magazine in plastic since I got it with Ken Griffey in his single A uniform on the front. It says like Spirits or something like that. It says future prospects.
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering if you give what do you think? A couple $100?
Well,
so you have the magazine?
I have the magazine. Yes, with all the cards. They used to get free cards in the middle. Everything's intact. It's in plastic.
I know exactly the one you're talking about. Came out in 1988.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I think it was June 1988, if I'm not mistaken.
There's one. Okay, yeah. I don't know if it's worth much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe 100 to a couple $100.
What I would do is there's some big shows coming up. October, there'll be the Shriners. Bring it by.
Right. In Wilmington.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Bring it by. I'll probably be there, but bring it by. JSA. There's a table there. They can grade it for you and look at it.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, so recently I bought a Beckett from 2000, April or whatever, just after Tom Brady was drafted. Maybe it was in the fall, November 2000. His cards weren't even listed. He was a 6th-round pick. You probably could have. I used to go to this card shop in Franklin, Force Play Sports Cards. It was called. Everything was half off all the time except rookies. And Tom Brady was probably living down the street, right down the road. And I had every opportunity to buy every Brady rookie, and I just didn't even. How much money did I just lose there? He wasn't even listed in the Beckett, Joe.
Dude,
those $1 million playoff contenders cards, you probably could get those for $20.
Yeah, and if you graded them now, some of them are worth $50,000.
Yeah.
Somebody came to me at a show. I actually have the video of it at Joe Murray Media on Instagram. But they brought a Tom Brady signed helmet to me. Mm-hmm. They got it from him when he was at camping in 2000. So it's this old Tom Brady signature. Like not that nice new one that you see,
Ooh. Would that be worth more?
Yeah, got authenticated. Yeah. So the other one is Jaylen Brown. He had an old signature. Mm-hmm. Now he has a new one. The old ones that are hard to find, good. Nowadays, the signatures suck. Like Keyshawn Booty cards say KB.
Yeah, write your name.
Oh.
Write your name.
But there are some guys who have good ones. Like Tristan Cassis, say what you want about him. Fantastic signature.
That's all that matters.
Jaron Duran.
Yeah.
Great signature.
Okay.
I just bought a Cedric Maxwell. Great signature.
How's yours?
There's a one of one out there that I've autographed. My signature sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What, is it a card?
Yeah, someone made 2 cards. They let me keep one, and I signed the other, and they kept it.
See, that's another thing we should be doing here.
I know.
Why aren't we making?
Well, because that would be a. Just remember, whatever you do, you have to be your own photos. You have to own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it can't be like the station did it because they own the photo, and then they own your image and likeness, and then But we can do it. You want your own card? I can get you your own card.
I don't need my own.
Do you want to be on the air?
I mean, that's not for me to decide.
All right, well, I'm going to work on that now.
But it is. I'm glad that this Griffey market has gotten to the level it's. I just wish I bought more of them because I bought them to collect them. I'm not trying to sell them.
True. Connor, help me on Free Willy.
The Free Willy song is "Will You Be There." The SWV song samples "Human Nature," like Don Darrow said.
So, what was the Free Willy song again?
Will You Be There?
And that's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's in the video. It's got the little boy standing on the causeway with him jumping over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the beat and the SWV are the same.
No, it's Human Nature.
I got Human Nature, Paul.
Okay. Thank you, Connor. Stick to the wall and it would spin.
Oh, I throw up on those ones.
And you
do
can't
that
move
one.
and breathe?
Can't do that one. Spinnies, nope. I'll do any roller coaster, but not the spinnies.
Did you guys have a carnival in Metro?
Yeah, I went to Walpole.
Oh, Walpole.
Walpole.
Okay.
April vacation, Walpole Carnival. I want a sick Kobe Bryant picture from there, in 1998.
Wow.
When he hadn't even emerged yet.
So when I went to Sacred Heart, a lot of the Catholic schools, like the Annunciation at West Roxbury, they all had carnivals. I don't know how they could afford it.
Yeah.
But they had carnivals with really good rides, best games and everything like that. I don't think they do them anymore.
I saw one recently. I forget where I was, but I used to always play the basketball, you shoot the basketball, and if you make it,
yeah.
And then I remember walking to the side of the rim, and that rim was like an oval. It wasn't like a legitimate.
One time at the Topsfield fair, you know how people throw footballs through tires?
Yeah.
Dudes keep missing it. So I did the long snap over the head, right through the thing, and the guy looked at me and goes, "How'd you do that?" I go, "I don't know, just give me the thing." And I got a jersey. I got a Dirk Nowitzki 41 jersey.
Jeez.
One shot. I did, how long snaps you...
Yeah. You gotta...
Right through the thing, straight spiral. The guy couldn't believe it, and I couldn't either. I actually just took the ball, went good, and I go, "Give me the Dirk," and walked right out. And the guy goes, "How the hell did you do that?" Because everyone was trying to throw it like a football. Nope.
Wow.
The old spin, baby.
Okay, but you are right. The SWV song is in.
God,
but not Human Nature. But you were right originally.
Okay.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Thank you. Free Willy. I didn't think we'd be doing that today.
I mean,
you never know.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, let's go to break. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub. Cam Neely on captain's situation?
You can refresh me.
The Jimmy Fund event was happening over the weekend. Congratulations to everybody who raised big-time money. I think they broke a record this year.
Love it.
So shout out to my folks over at Nesson. Great job. But he was asked about, do you think you need a captain and whatever, and he's I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, if you have somebody on the roster that you think is a captain, then you'll know. I think Marco Sturm in the past has talked about having a captain. But there are 10 teams in the league that don't have captains. Do you think the Bruins need one?
I think you're at your best if you have a captain. That would indicate true leadership is present. I'd have to look up. I don't know how many teams have won the Stanley Cup without a captain. I'm not saying it's a disaster if you don't have one, but I think leadership is an important part of team success. I think the Bruins specifically have benefited from good leadership, especially, throughout those glory years when they had Chara and then obviously Patrice Bergeron and guys like that. It would make me feel better if they had a legitimate captain that I could feel like was the bona fide leader of the team. I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but it would make me feel better, yeah.
Just make David Pastrnak the captain. What's the big deal?
See how it goes.
What's the big deal?
I thought he did things last year that exhibited captain-like effort at times.
Yeah. He finally had a couple of game winners after having that one in the playoffs.
I went to a game early in the season last year. He was out there. They were down, and they had the goalie pulled. They were down, and he's blocking shots. He's sprawled out on the ice trying to block the shot so the game wasn't put away by forget if it was Tampa or whoever they played. I thought that was a good captain effort from him, captain-like moment for him. So, I think it helps if you have a captain. But I grew up with them having a captain, so I'm used to them having a guy with the C. I don't like not having that guy.
I just know it's not McAvoy. That's all I know. They don't have a guy. Like, if they have a guy, it's Pastrnak. I don't know. The Bruins start in 45 days. It wasn't really... I had it on the thing today to talk about.
You don't really care. Not now.
I don't care, but, who's running the team?
Sturm.
Is it Sturm or Neely's still got involvement in this? I thought Sweeney's made some good moves. We'll find out about... Get ready for the JJ Peterka era.
Peterka. Can't wait.
Maybe tomorrow we can debate a question.
It's like the Roman Empire. I'm always thinking about it.
We can debate a question. Which acquisition that has been made in Boston sports will help the most?
Like recent?
Yeah, like A.J. Brown, Peterka, Paul George.
No.
And who's the other one that I'm...
I hope the answer is A.J. Brown.
Well, we can do that.
Yeah.
Or we just did it.
That was it.
Bruins need Peterka to be good, by the way.
They do.
Because they gave up a lot for him, and he's been kind of got benched last year.
They need him to be good. They need firepower.
You ready for hockey? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
I need football first.
Yeah, I don't talk a ton of hockey. I love hockey, but unless I'm on after a Bruins game or if something noteworthy happens, the game in and game out discussions, though, I don't have too often. I could, but I like talking about the football better.
How about the basketball? Bill Chisholm asked yesterday about the Jaylen Brown trade and if it had anything to do with ownership, and he said nope. It was about the team believing that they could basically be better without Jaylen Brown. Do you believe that? Do you think they'll be better or can be better without Jaylen Brown?
I do not believe that. No is the answer. But what I will say is, based on his comments, I can believe that they could create a scenario that isn't necessarily wrong, where based on what he would make and what probability you would have to win the champion, you could convince yourself that given the current structure of the NBA and the CBA and all those things, it was the right move to trade him. I could see how they could come to that conclusion. I don't think they're going to be better, but if every team has to make moves like this as we go forward, I could see why they would make that decision. Okay. But I'm worried they're going to become the Portland Trailblazers with Dame Lillard. That's what I'm worried they're going to be.
This is the email bit, of course, brought to you by Glassman Injury Lawyers. Mr. Joe is what they wrote. We are the Massachusetts Mega Superchargers. We're in the process of starting a baseball team and looking for a pitcher who can throw in the mid-70s. Do you have any interest? Want me to send this along?
So you were the pitcher.
No, I'm done. I'm retired.
I'm done. I play golf.
Yeah, I'm retiring in the booth.
Those skills erode quick.
Oh yeah, I'm done. Plus,
if I was playing baseball games, I would never. My wife would never let me play golf.
The last time,
hey, hon, I got a double header. You kidding me? I'd never have sex.
Whoa! Congrats on that. But I got thrown off now. Oh, I played softball, and you don't want a ball coming back to you as a pitcher. So that's it for me. Especially when it comes back at 150 miles per hour.
Fast pitch softball?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't want that.
I played slow pitch. I've never played fast pitch.
Oh, boy, fast pitch rules.
I feel like that'd be way more
slow
fun.
Pitch is like
I hate slow pitch. I can't stand
arc
it.
League. Remember that drill you used to do? Remember the drill when someone would drop the ball?
Yeah.
That's softball.
Oh, and they have
the arc.
The limit is whatever, 10 feet. It's always way over 10 feet. I just can't get up for that. Fast pitch might be different, but I've never been able to play it. I've never been in a fast pitch league.
Greg checking in.
Yeah.
Joe, I thought you'd find this interesting. The only teams without captains to win.
Here we go.
69-70 Bruins, no captain. 71-72 Bruins, no captain. Johnny Busick served as the alternate captain both years.
I just feel like you want a captain.
But Bobby Orr was there.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Best player ever, maybe. So that helps.
The only team to have no captain to win the Stanley Cup. Wow.
I just feel like leadership is important, especially for a championship team. You want leadership. Haven't we seen it here? I mean, we know a lot about watching teams that win championships. Leadership was pretty strong. KG, Brady, Ortiz. It's always good leaders.
Joe, put some respect on All Saints Never Ever, man. That's a deep cut. I didn't, when I heard the song, I actually never heard it before. But yes.
Is that from the Now CD? Yeah. I don't know that one.
I'm going to be doing that later on with Sean Silver today.
Just breaking down. What about, the next one you should do is Living in the 90s. There's a TV CD. You could only order it off the commercial, I think.
Living in
the 90s. Go look it up. I bet you'll recognize the CD cover. It was a commercial. It was like an infomercial.
Yes.
The real ones know that.
The Starlight.
Yes. Never had it, but.
Right Here, Right Now by Jesus Jones.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. That was on a Jock Jam CD that I had.
500 miles is a hammer. You can't touch this. Jump around.
It's a little earlier.
Ooh, Arrested Development, Tennessee. It's got Ice Baby. The Heights. How do you talk to an angel?
I don't know that one.
That was from what show is that? The Heights. That's the name of the show, I think, was The Heights. I Touch Myself. I'm Too Sexy to Be With You. Mr. Big. That was a big one.
Okay.
Joyride. One More Try by Timmy T. Wilson Phillips. Hold On.
That's a great one.
The Flip Fantasia song. Jump to the Jam Boogie Woogie Jam. No. Okay. R. Kelly, Sex Me is out there.
Don't remember that one. Nope. Out.
You're unbelievable.
That's the one.
EMF. What does that stand for?
I don't know.
Me either. All right. We'll go to break on this one. We'll hit the headline. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines.
Mark Dundero, Joe Murray here. We're back again tomorrow. Mike Vrabel just spoke at the podium. Of course, the 2 biggest days of camp. Mark will be there. We'll get an update from him tomorrow. But Vrabel arrived today and talked about the impact of today's practice. He said this is intentional. It's a very good football team and has been for quite some time. This will be a really good measuring stick to see where we're at this point in camp. No Christian Gonzalez for today's Patriots-Eagles joint practices. I don't think anybody was surprised by that. And finally, have you liked the way Andy Borregales has responded this week after Thursday? He goes, I think so. I don't want to make excuses, but we were trying to take a look at another snapper as Ashby was dealing with something. Bedard brought that up in postgame. But make the kick.
Yeah,
just make the kick.
Make the kick. Which snapper? By the time the ball, I don't care how it's snapped, and I don't know anything about snapping. But the ball is on the tee or it's getting held. Make the kick. How does it matter how it gets there?
The only thing I can think of is maybe the timing.
The timing?
But just get it back there and kick the ball.
Yeah, if it's down, adjust and make the kick.
He had a chance to win a game.
Yeah. That wasn't a good moment.
A
there.
useless game?
Yeah.
Yes. Bad look.
Yeah.
And if he misses, we're going to remember that. Like in the regular season, if he caught, and I'm going to say this one more time loud and clear. This team is too good to have a shaky kicker. Can't do it, won't have it. Feel like, who's the guy? Mike Singletary? Can't do it, won't do it.
Can't work with him.
All right, dude. Anything else today?
Is that it?
They think they're sending us home.
Okay. No. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
So what are you looking forward to at camp today yourself?
I just want to see, the competition level, the compete level, the intensity. Who gets after it a little bit?
I'm kind of interested who the other receiver is for the Eagles. Like, I'm kind of curious because the Pats won't have, they're going to look at receivers.
I'm down on the Eagles this year. Offensively, I'm down. I think they're going to take a step back. I've never been a Jalen Hurts fan. I think he needs, I think he needs support. And he lost a big piece of support. I think he's going to suffer. I'm not saying he's going to be terrible, but I don't think they're going to be as good offensively.
All right. Shout out to CC.
Shout out CC.
Going back to Ithaca has been helping out. So shout out to her answering the phones today and doing whatever production work we asked.
So you brought in that cinnamon bun and it sat there the entire show.
You know I'm going to crush that in the car in 5 minutes, right?
In silence,
I'm also getting a haircut, too.
You going to listen to anything?
In silence.
Yes.
You're
getting a haircut?
I'm getting I got to get beard. I got to get the head shaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The Costanza grows in on the sides.
Oh, okay. So you shave that complete.
Let the barber do it, baby.
Yeah.
Tonsor Lounge in Winchester.
Nice.
There's going to be so many people there now that I've plugged it. So.
Yeah.
All right. We got to get out of here. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Ryan. Mark Dundero. He's going to camp. Say hi to him if you see him. I'm Joe Murray. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 a.m. Bye.
Talk to you tomorrow. Toucher and Hardy on this.